Okay, a little break time.
Wow.
I'm back.
Wow.
Yurko's not back. Okay,
He left
then we'll
again.
play without Yurko. That should be fine then.
No.
All right. So, if everyone's ready, then we will start by kind of zooming out for a little bit. You are transported on a ship called the Metamorphoses, which is a J2C1 executive transport vessel, to a little planet called Samsa 6. You've been sent there for a mission. You were hired by the Capital C company to check some stuff out. You've been given some supplies beforehand. You might see your inventory and see that there suddenly is an SMG, a hazard suit, first aid kit, and a stim pack has been given out to everyone as preparation for this little mission. So, as we zoom back in on the ship, there is a man standing next to a softly lit up
I'm sorry.
screen. Yeah, what's up?
Tinker's patch is distracting me.
We will see Tinker's patch soon. I mean, you already see it on him, but hey. You see this overall well-kept man, but not like he really cares about it. You see this gentleman standing next to the... I'll show a different image in a second. Next to the screen. Let me show... There we go. He says, all right. Welcome. Good morning, I guess. Today, we start our mission here on Samsa 6. I am Maz Smithers. I will be your corporate liaison, and I am in charge of this entire operation. We'll start today by doing a little roll call.
Is it morning? I can't tell with this light.
Well, we're in space, so who knows? Anyway, and he points to someone other than you three. He points to what seems to be a bit of an older man, in what seems to be some sort of a pilot suit. He says, "Anders here, present, pilot." Next to him, another man seems to be almost a exact copy, maybe a little younger, of Anders. Says, "Renfield, present, co-pilot." Maz then kind of points towards our first player character of the evening. He points to your character, Tinker. Tinker, who are you?
Captain Archibald Haddock. Present.
Christ.
Right?
Haddock.
He points to the person sitting next to Haddock. Points to your character, Arby.
I am Ashley Trunchbull.
Points to the character next to
well.
you. Your character.
Oh, hey. Hi, I'm Vinny Consalvi. I'm just a teamster. I do the work around the ship.
Vinny, I don't have a Vinny on my list here.
Vincenzo.
I have a
I gave you a Vincenzo.
All right, Vincenzo.
Yeah, you can just say Vinny.
All right. Then there's another man next to you, who is the guy I spoke of earlier. He bit of an older man, very very old man in some white lab coat. Present. Yes, Stephen, present. And points to our final extra character of the evening.
Wait, you asked me
seems
about
to
my
be-
name. Oi. You asked me about my name because I told you Vinny Gonsalvi, and you will say there wasn't even a chance. So this guy can just get away with a Steven.
Well, that is his name. His name is Stephen.
So he was
And
just
that is
born
on
with
my
no
list.
name. He's got no mama, no papa.
Well, I
Forget
didn't
about
see
it.
a Vinny on my list. I'm seeing a Vincenzo on my list.
And you got a Steven, no last name, and that's your credential check. Yeah, go ahead, whatever.
He like throws a bit of a glare at you, but then continues. Points to a last person. Seems to be a more military guy. Willis here. All right, everyone is here. Let's do a little briefing before you guys get sent down
What you talking about?
planet
Willis?
side. So, below us on the planet is the terraforming colony on Samza 6. We haven't heard from Samza 6 in 6 months. Your task is to get down on the planet, go to Greta Base, and rendezvous with Platoon Commander 2nd Lieutenant Kaplan and assist him in repairing the situation. We also need you to reestablish satellite communications and get that terraformer back online. And finally, if all else fails, you need to evacuate Dr. Edom, who is the terraforming base's specialist, and also evacuate their synthetic science officer, Hinton. Is that clear?
It is.
All right.
Another name. Wait. You said something about getting a terraformer back online, like it's not working.
Yes.
How many workers you got on the planet then? And you have no contact.
Let me show you. He taps some stuff on his console, and in front of you appears this. I'll show you this in a second. There we go. Show players.
All I'm saying, man, I'm not fixing a terraformer on my own. That's a lot of work.
This is everyone involved. Can you see it, by the way?
I can see it, yes.
I assume so. All right. This is everyone involved on the Samza 6 terraforming base. He points to the top. You see there, 2nd Lieutenant Kaplan. You see there, Dr. Edom and Hinton. Is that clear?
It's
That-
clear.
Affirmative.
Are you all named after Jesus?
You can, by the way, if it's a lot of people, I know, but if you go up in the top right where the journal pages are, you can check the ABH handouts and you can see this again.
Cool. Thank you.
So if you want to look at this again, you can easily do that. And if anything else pops up, that'll be in the same list. So
Oh, ABH. That was nice.
next
Yeah,
slide.
That's a lot of people with guns, and that's a lot of people with the science degrees, and not a lot of people that can pick up a bunch of tools and get to work. And you're asking me to fix a terraformer.
Well, there are multiple extra personnel on the planet to assist you in repairing the situation, probably.
Situation feels
Now-
like you need a bonus for all the work.
Probably.
Go ahead.
That is a variable. You can't guarantee
is.
this thing, but you care to mention it regardless.
Next slide.
I fold my arms together.
Samza 6 has seen some signs of biochemistry, and that is why this specialist team has been sent to figure out the situation and terraform the planet. They have been come into contact with small arthropod-shaped creatures and have labeled them carcanids. They are a nuisance and have been eliminated on site. And then after 6 months, they ceased all communications. And by the way, FYI, the moment you were hired was a couple months ago. The travel from basically where you started to get here took around 3 months in cryosleep. So there's been like basically 3 months ago you've been hired to address the situation, and 3 months before that, communications were ceased. Just to be clear.
Oh, okay, sure. So it's 6 months.
Now, next slide. This here, I'll show you, is a visualization of Greta Base. This will be your first point of contact on SAMSA 6. Is that clear?
That is correct. And just a bit of specifications about this image, if you mind.
Yes.
So I assume that our two entrances to get inside would be 10 and 1, or rather 10 and 2.
Yes. It seems so.
It seems so.
All right, I have a question. Wait, I have a question. Look, we're terraforming this planet, right? This requires the greatest engineers of the entire galaxy in there. Why does the map look like Pac-Man?
Well, it just does. I don't know. This has been given to me by the company. Who cares?
I turn to face Captain Haddock. Pac-Man, a game from 1980. I didn't know you were into old age relics, Haddock.
I'm not into old age relics. I'm not into you either.
I just turn away.
Now, it seems that, like I said, Greta Base and the planet has ceased every single bit of communication. None of our calls have gotten through, and nothing has been coming out of the planet since. Keep that in mind. Any other questions before going with Anders and Renfield down on the planet? No? All right. Get on with it. And you all kind of go together, leave the room on the transport, and enter what seems to be some pretty cruddy drop ship. Anders and Renfield get in front to pilot the ship, and you all kind of get it's kind of cramped in there, and just kind of uncomfortable, but you're all kind of squishing and get ready to undock from the transport ship and head down to SAMSA 6. And as you do, you basically feel a soft thud as the ship undocks and softly moves itself through space into a declining orbit into the planet. It goes through the atmosphere. It's creaking and shaking. It's getting a little sweaty inside. And as you get deeper and deeper into the atmosphere, it gets louder and louder. You hear what seems to be rain basically attacking the ship from all sides. And you hear from the front of the ship, you hear these loud alarms blare. And you see the pilot and co-pilot just trying to control the craft as they seem to be going through this severe tropical storm. Can I get everyone to make a fear save? So this is our first roll for today.
Normal?
For you, Arby, it's normal. For everyone else, it is at disadvantage because you are in the presence of an android which means that sphere saves made by those players have to be made at disadvantage.
Very scary.
Please roll a fear save. On your character sheet, just click the word sphere.
Okay, there's no quick menu for this, right?
No, but I think there might be like a macro thing. Let me double check. Actually, no, there isn't.
Okay, so it's sphere.
Actually, maybe there is. Oh yeah, there is. If you go into the compendium pack thing in the top right, if you search for hotbar macros first edition, like 1E, you can drag down save and stat check and that kind of stuff if you want to. You can use those instead.
Where do I
you might have to click.
Drag them to?
So have you found the compendium pack?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, and then so have you opened the hotbar macros 1E?
Yes, yeah.
And now you can click and drag those macros down onto your hotbar in the bottom left.
Oh yeah, Flore, you're roboting, by the way.
Oh, am I?
Yeah.
A little bit, yeah. So it's.
But that's topical.
Yes.
Is it better now?
It sounds better, yeah.
Okay, might be.
So it's save and stat check, right? That's the two I need.
Yes. So you can make a fear save. I see Ashley made the save. Vincenzo made the save.
I've had vampire rides on the beaches of Space Sicily.
Space Sicily?
It's a thing, look it up.
Good success.
That's a critical success.
So So in this case, would it make sense to add military training to it? Because I have that.
Yeah, I guess you would have been, been dropping in like maybe some rough situations, so you're kind of used to it. Yeah, add your military training. All right, success. Everyone succeeded. Nice. Just to clarify for those that I haven't mentioned this yet, if you roll doubles, so for example, Steven here, our scientist, rolled a 1 and a 1, or like an 11, that's a crit. And it's a crit success or a fail depending on if the actual roll is a success or a fail. So for example, now it's a crit success. If it was larger than 25, let's say he rolled a 33, it was a crit fail. And that has some consequences. So everyone succeeded their fear save. That's nice.
I don't know if anyone actually knows I'm an android, but like I just want to like imagine like my character's like very like intimidating in like just a fucking annoying way, like just like staring at people or getting like too close.
Yeah, so
just
I guess that
very inhuman.
That would make you a little uneasy. It would give you a little unease when making these fear checks. All right. So everyone succeeded their fear save, so that's fine. You then eventually land on the ground. The dropship opens up and allows you to leave. And the moment it opens up, you hear the rain just pouring down from outside. It is not a nice weather today. All right, says Anders. Go. You're allowed to go now. And as you all exit the dropship, you hear from inside, you hear Anders say, all right, this storm is really picking up now. Well, I can't stay here. We'll have to go back into space. Just call us whenever you're done. And the dropship just closes up before you could even say anything.
Whenever we're done. Right.
You see the dropship basically go away into space. And around you, you are surrounded by this lush jungle. The rainfall kind of giving this the classic rain scent in your nose. You are standing in some thick mud and you can't really see much in front of you. What do you decide to do?
I'm gonna take a few steps forward into the rain. I'm not sure how rain's gonna affect my constitution, but like, come along!
All right, everyone follows along.
Just following, yeah.
Yeah, sure.
All right.
Oh, actually, before I do this, so assume this planet is
Yes.
hospitable, as in like it's got like it's hospitable for humans, so I can breathe. Or for people to breathe.
I should probably ask. Does you have been given a hazard suit
Yes.
by the company? Does everyone have it on or off?
I'm gonna wear mine.
Okay. You can, by the way, in your character sheet by items, you can equip your hazard suit.
Okay.
Or, I mean, Haddock, you already have your standard bridal dress. I believe that.
Is that better? It
I
is
mean,
better.
it's not a hazard suit, but it depends on what you want to use.
You can't wear both.
No, you cannot wear both.
Okay. Because it does allow me to, and it's stacked. But
It shouldn't. Actually, does it? I wouldn't know. Probably you wouldn't be allowed to. I assume not. That would be a little weird. But it's up to you. Do you, as far as you have heard, at least from, I might have not mentioned it earlier, but probably is hospitable. But for safety, you've been given the suit.
okay.
So everyone can decide. So who has a who doesn't have it on?
Well, I don't. I guess.
All right. So you just have your standard battle dress
Yeah,
on.
yeah.
You feel the rain kind of pouring down on yourself a little bit more than the rest. No, sorry, I shouldn't be moving you. Shouldn't be moving you. There's no need to move. We're not moving in this game.
Yeah,
Pause in the game.
I know.
Get paused. All right. Maz is also gone. Stephen and Willis most just follow along. They both, or Willis has his combat stuff on, and Stephen has his hazard suit on. He seems to be a little nervous. But Ashley, you said you were taking the lead on this one. You made some steps.
That is
Is
correct.
that correct? All right. You as you're kind of in front, you see the thick mud kind of covers the floor, and up ahead, a little distance, you see what seems to be a structure, probably this Greta base that you see also on your map in front of you. The lights are out.
So, what does it look like? Can you describe it? What it looks like? The Greta base?
You see, kind of. It's hard to see from your distance, but in broad terms, it seems to be like a modular prefab base, basically made by this like. Just imagine like it's almost like making a base with Legos. You just have these modules and you just plop them
like
and
Subnautica
connect them with
style.
little hallways. Yeah. Kind of like Subnautica style. Yep. From a distance, you can see it's a little run down, but you'll have to be closer to kind of see a bit more. So, what do you decide to do?
I'm going to approach. I'm gonna ask. Hello, everyone. Follow me. I'm gonna go to the front entrance.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Let's try to at least get inside.
All right, you guys go through the mud, the jungle. You kind of brush by the plants around you. It's thick, but eventually you get through this clearing. As seems to be most of the vegetation here, or at least the trees here, have been either removed or cut down to make space for this base. You see now that it is choked by a lot of vines around the base. Like it's been here for a while, and it's been, well, almost deserted for a long while. It's scarred by rain, and well, in front of you, you see the airlock. There's a door that goes to the airlock, number 2 on the map.
Right. So we're at 1.
You're at 1, and
We'll take one.
let's for the group, for the chat, I'm gonna put a little smiley face on 1. There we go. A little smiley face on 1.
Guess I'll
So
check
you
if
are
it
there.
opens.
All right. you see the front door of the airlock seems to be quite rusted.
Yeah.
It seems to
not
be also locked. There seems to be this key card like scanner next to it, but it does not open by just pushing or anything.
Can I see if there's any failsafe or something? Can I just try to work my way around it?
All right.
Out tools and see if I can force
You
it
kind of just
with
just open up
stealthing,
like the keypad thing and just kind of see if there's anything in there.
yeah, or like a mechanical failsafe.
All right. You kind of look in. Seems to be
Something analog rather than
kind of worn down. It is a little broken, but probably with a little bit of time, a couple minutes, you can probably rewire it in such a way that it opens up.
Captain, should we get this thing open? Like we want to get inside, or we want to go around the area or something.
Who are you referring to as Captain?
Captain Haddock.
Oh, Captain Haddock. Yes. All right. Okay.
Yeah, well,
He is a captain.
like, on the map, I can see like a way around, right? Like so.
It's
Can
true.
try on the other side, maybe.
Do you wanna take a walk to the other side?
Like how big is this? Like if we're doing this, how
Let me double check here. So going from basically the landing zone to the front door here took a couple minutes. It was pretty short. It isn't a very big base. Like you can go around it in like maybe like a couple, like maybe up to a minute of just walking around. It's not that big of a base.
a minute.
Yeah, well, not a minute, like more less than that probably, but just going around takes a couple seconds to just walk around the building.
Oh, that's very far. It's that small, huh?
Yeah, it is. It is a quite a small base indeed. Yes.
Okay.
It definitely doesn't look like a full on terraforming base, if that makes sense. This is more like it just reminds you more of just like a forwarding base, like a small little
Sure.
place.
Okay. Yeah. That makes sense. Yeah. Then
So if you want, you can take a couple seconds to go around.
Yes. Yeah. Sure. Let's do that.
All right. Is everyone else following, or Vinny? Do you want to like just work on the door while they are just, or while Captain Haddock goes around? It'll only take a couple minutes to work on the door.
Hey, Captain, it's gonna take me like 5 minutes or something to work on this thing. If you want to go around, I can just start working on it.
Yeah. Sure. Let's do that.
As long as Willis make a stay. Willis.
All right, Willis will stay. Willis will stay with you. Ashley, do you wanna go with Haddock, or do you want to stay with Vinny?
Yeah. Internally, Ashley was thinking to stay with Vinny, but if he's asking Willis, I'm gonna get the memo that I want to go with Haddock instead.
Stephen is coming with you as well. It's like, I'm quite interested in seeing what's around this garage. It might be interesting.
I mean, they talked about bugs. I just want someone to watch my back, you know.
Well, they did say it was quite small. These might be mostly a nuisance, right?
Yeah, don't like
about
bugs.
yay big, and he kind of just like holds his hand down like he's measuring like almost like a dog sized, maybe smaller. He's like, it's like about this big, right?
The only bug I like is shrimp, and I like them in my plate, not walking around me.
True.
Shrimp or bugs.
All right. So Vinny, you go and start working on that. You spent a little time, while Captain Haddock, you walk through the mud. It kind of goes a little slowly, and as you go to the back entrance here on the garage, you see what seems to be outside of the garage there are a couple of large piles of mud. Like, it isn't just like a little hill or something. It's like a whole pile of it. just outside, and there seems to be like these roll-up doors that are closed at the moment.
Is there anything to open it? Like a button or anything?
Looking from just kind of like
need
the
to do any
outside.
checks?
No. You have enough time to do this safely. I should probably mention this. This system isn't really like, oh, you do a check and see if you fail or succeed. The checks are only there for if it's hard or if it's during stress. You're chilling right now. You can take your time. You'll do it. You have the expertise. You know, you're Vinny. Of course, you could do it.
True.
It doesn't seem to be like a mechanical door to open. It seems to be like something you pull up by hand or pull down by hand.
Can I try to do that?
All right. As you go to the door and try to open it up, it seems to be stuck for some reason. It like goes up for like a couple centimeters, but then like just stops. Like something is blocking it from the inside, maybe. You can try to like pull yourself through it. It will be a strength check to try.
Sure.
All right, roll a strength check.
Oh, what?
You can click. It's a check. Yeah, it's not a save.
Oh, I need to select my guy.
Yeah.
So athletics would help with this, right? Surely.
Yeah, of course, athletics will.
And then it's normal. A normal check?
It's normal. Yep.
Oh,
Failure. Your stress increases. You try to pull it up, and it takes a little bit more effort than it will. And Vinny, from your point of view, you're still busy, like kind of like just rewiring it. You realize that this base doesn't have any power, but you might be able to use some of your tools to just kind of give it some temporary, like, little backup energy just to open up the door. And you just hear from a distance, you hear this screech as eventually Captain Haddock opens the door, and it just makes so much noise.
Oh.
You do fail. It does increase your stress. By the way, stress increases when you fail any check, really. But you do open the door, and looking inside, you see on one side a armored personnel carrier, like a big vehicle. Seems to be parked in there. And on the other side, a gigantic dirt hole. And you hear the sound of like scratching, digging maybe? That's what you see like right now. Or at least from a quick glance. What do you decide to do, Captain?
Digging or scratching? Is it seem human or?
Well,
like, what's up?
You can't really see it right now, but you just hear like this, like this, like almost like digging noise coming from the hole, the giant hole in the ground.
Right.
Furthermore, you see inside just basically just a tool bench in the corner, a couple of barrels of fuel, and you recognize like far in the corner seems to be some sort of backup generator that isn't running right now.
Okay. Well, I guess I call out. Like, hello, who's there?
No response.
Does anything change?
It doesn't seem like it.
Okay.
You just hear constant dig.
I guess I get closer, but carefully.
I walk towards
Ashley
them
would.
too.
All right. Do you want to kind of look into the hole, Captain?
Sure. Yeah.
All right. You kind of walk inside the garage, and together with Ashley, Stephen kind of follows you inside, kind of basically staying behind both of you, but kind of like trying to peek over your shoulder now and then. And you see inside of the giant hole, standing in a puddle of water, you see what seems to be a Marine digging relentlessly, just with his hands, just digging.
Hello there. What are you doing?
You see him dig with his hands, just picking these huge pieces of dirt and just throwing it behind him.
This individual seems to be unwell.
In the meanwhile, we cut back to Vinny. You finally see a spark of electricity as you hear a like almost mechanical lock inside of the airlock, just like unlock. You've done it. Good job, Vinny.
Okay. Well, where the hell they went? You see them, Willis? I mean, they're paying you enough for this shit.
You want me to go check it out?
Well, it's open. I'm not going in on my own, so might as well. If they're not back already, I told them it was gonna be fast, but if they're not back already, might as well go look for them. Hey.
All right. You coming with, or is this just me?
Yeah. Let's go.
All right.
And I go in I guess we go in their general direction.
Yeah, you just follow the same trail around the base, and as you arrive, you come to the same room, and you just look at them, look in this big hole, and just, I mean, they're shouting for someone, but you just look at them, look at the big hole. You hear
Tell
Steven
me, I worked
say, like,
5 minutes on that damn door. Broke a sweat for it. And it wasn't all in the first place. I didn't do jack. Forget about it.
Vincenzo, you should come here. Just look at this man here inside of this hole. Just need you to take a look at this. You see this? You see this behavior?
I think he's gone cuckoo crazy. Doesn't take a PhD to
well.
figure that out.
And that's a good segue for my question. Sorry. I have an expertise skill in psychology. Yeah. I mean, it's quite. I want to like. Can I like try and identify what this man's trying to achieve other than digging a hole by analyzing his brain?
You are. Well, psychologically, this is a very, very, very strange thing. It almost seems like on the brink of like an insane episode. He is not responding to anything. He seems to be completely unresponsive to anything. He's just digging and digging. Like, to what end? Who knows? As you do take, like, just observe him a little while, you notice, well, his clothes are totally ripped. He's wearing this belt with this grenade belt around his torso. His arms are kind of like exposed because his shirt has been ripped in pieces. And you notice while you're kind of just observing him, his arms are covered in these small little paper cuts. Just these small cuts everywhere.
The subject seems to be reacting to some sort of trauma they have faced. Someone who is not A functioning member of our corporation will not function like this. You can see his clothes are flayed. You can see that he's caused self-harm to his arms using paper as a cutting device, and he seems to want to be escaping his corporate duties. It seems that the administration of this facility has been left to rot. We should press on, I believe.
Do we just ignore him in the hole?
I suppose you can identify who he is so we can mark him off the list.
You do notice while he's digging, he does have dog tags around his neck, but they aren't visible from where you are. You're basically looking at his back, but you see it swing a little bit as he's digging.
Well, considering you've volunteered, Stephen, to find out his identity.
Yes.
Go ahead. Have a glance.
Of course,
Be careful,
I should.
Pal. You might just react.
It is. He is just having some sort of psychotic break. Of course, he shouldn't be harmful.
That is not language we use in this century, Doctor.
All right.
We called him mentally unwell.
Right. Okay. I'll step forward, and you see Stephen. He steps forward, and you see him kind of slowly approach, and just kind of look at what he's doing. The Marine, by the way, is continuously digging. He has not responded differently from when you first saw him. Says, Sir? Hello? You see Stephen just kind of reaches for his shoulder, just trying to shake him to get his attention. He shakes him a little bit. Sir? Sir? And at that moment, you see the man stops digging and is just kind of sitting on his knees on the floor as his neck suddenly like almost reverses, not like horizontally but vertically. Like it goes, it's looking like behind him by like basically looking up but looking even further, like basically looking from his back, right? And at that moment, you see erupting from his neck these 2.5 meter long crab legs, like
what?
Emerging from his neck.
The thing?
As an more enormous creature basically just erupts from his body. I'll show you this image. Coming from his neck, this just enormous thing.
Holy shit. Oh god.
Just breaks out, like basically putting Steven, like he pushes Steven away. And you're just like clacking, almost like chittering noise coming from this creature as it suddenly appears and attacks. We're gonna go in our first little bit of combat, I guess, so I can at least explain to you guys how combat works in this game. Combat is pretty chill. Basically, how we're going to play
against this guy.
It's pretty chill. It's pretty chill.
Horrifying.
Well,
bro.
no, it's horrifying and it's gonna be bad. But in terms of how we are going to do this, is I will tell you what's going to happen. What is going to happen if you guys do not act? And you guys have the freedom to do basically one thing and I guess move a little bit within close distance. And one of those things could be just literally running away. But basically, I'll just tell you, like, this creature, like, I'm going to do it right now. This creature is emerging out of this marine and, like, is now towering above Steven and is, like, about to absolutely claw him.
Okay.
I do want everyone to make a fear save right now. and those that are not RB can make it a disadvantage, of course. Okay, that's a success on Ashley.
Disadvantage?
Yes, because you are next to Ashley Trunchbull, who is making you uncomfortable. I guess I should roll for Steven as well.
I guess me acting like an asshole is good to play this up.
In this case, military training probably wouldn't count, right? Or does it always?
Probably not. This isn't really super military. This is fucked up.
Yeah, it is fucked up.
This is a fucked up creature.
Yeah. I haven't seen anything like this in the Merchant Marine. Right.
No. Oh, you succeeded anyways. That's pretty good. You barely succeeded. All right. Let's see. Yeah, you also... Okay, cool. So you see this creature is now just like almost ready to just claw into Steven as he has been pushed onto the ground. What do you all... You all have, as part of your equipment, an SMG to shoot at it if you so desire, but feel free to be as creative as you
Wait,
want.
I have an SMG in my inventory? Oh, weapons,
Yes,
weapons,
yes.
weapons.
It's part of the kit that the company has given you for the mission.
Is it no turn
So
order?
there's no real turn order. Like there is a variant rule where you can go and do speed checks and see who goes before the monster and goes after. But I kind of want to get rid of the system of doing a strict turn order because it doesn't really matter. Let's just see, like, who wants to do something right now? Who has an idea of what they want to do?
Okay, a question. I got like what is it again? It's like a flavor item, the trench shovel. Is it actually a weapon or is it not?
You can try to smack it with a trench shovel.
That's what I wanted to do. Yeah.
All right. So do you want to go attack it with a trench shovel?
Yes.
All right. So you see this creature like basically erupt, and you walk up to it, take out your shovel, make a combat check.
Okay. Again, now does military training count?
Yeah, I would say so. Yes.
Because I'm using yes. Okay.
Yeah, I would say so. That makes sense to me. Ooh, 95. That is a failure.
Oh, okay.
You run up to the creature, and as it's almost ready to claw into Steven, you take out your shovel and you start hitting it a couple times on this creature. And every time you hit it, it makes this almost loud, like clanking noise. Yeah. As it seems to be this creature's armor is very, very dense and thick. And on your third attempt of smacking it with your shovel, it breaks. The tip of the shovel just kind of snaps off. Uh-oh.
Well, so much for the shovel. What the fuck? Sure.
I shoot.
Well, you roll. Do you want to shoot it? Go ahead. Go ahead, shoot it.
So
the way you do this, I think you can click on the SMG itself, like the name of the SMG, and it'll roll the thing for you.
Okay. So this is so dumb. Mathematics, the study of numbers, quantity, and space. Why does it say space on mathematics?
I guess it's like in a general sense, it's like, well, not like space, but like space, like 2D space, 3D space. Like space.
Can I use mathematics to aim my shot?
I mean, with your mathematical knowledge, I guess I wouldn't per se say you could add it to it, but I will say, since you're a bit of a more analytical person and you're a very perceptive individual, you do notice that the creature is still attached partially to the corpse of that Marine, which means you do notice it is still basically carrying those grenades on him.
Oh, okay. So is Haddock in a range where he'll be harmed by the grenades going off?
Possibly. but Steven definitely, but Haddock possibly.
Can I aim at the grenades with my SMG? Sorry, Tinker, this kills you.
Make the roll. Make the roll. All right. You start spraying, just start shooting a bit of the SMG into the general direction of the grenades. It seems to hit the corpse of the Marine, and you see it kind of just like shake around as it is being riddled with bullets. You don't seem to be hitting the grenades, and they do not explode. But the creature is noticing what you're doing. Vinny, have you decided what you're going to do? Yorko?
I'll just join the action. And I'm just
you notice what Ashley's doing? You're gonna shoot the thing, or you're gonna shoot the grenades? Do you notice what Ashley's trying to do?
I am not gonna think too much
about
it.
Right. So you can click on the name of the SMG, like the box. It should
roll normal, I guess.
Yes. I think that did hit. All right. So as you spray on the
crab,
the creature, this crab creature, the bullets seem to hit. You do notice the bullets are deflecting off of the creature. This armor isn't just thick; it is bulletproof. Situation's getting a little dire.
We gotta get out of here now.
Steven is going to yell and scream and is going to be very, very sad, as he can't really do much. And, well, Willis also is going to shoot at this beast. He'll also take out his. He's not taking out his SMG. He's taking out his pulse rifle, which is a little bigger. Shoots it, fucking fails. Just starts shooting. It is not hidden, as this creature claws into Steven, which hits and absolutely eviscerates Steven, ripping him in two, just tearing him apart. Steven is no longer with us. You see the creature it just kind of makes this weird clattering screech. And as it does that, I need everyone to make a sanity save. As it just kind of this piercing shriek. I'll let you hear a little version of it.
That's awesome.
Sanity?
Yes, sanity. I'll also let this guy make a sanity. Ooh, is that a critical fail?
Yeah.
I need you to click that make a panic check button for me.
It's just a normal one, I guess.
Yes, a normal panic check. So because you crit failed. When you crit fail, you have to make a panic check, and then you roll a d20, and it has to be above your stress to succeed. You rolled a 14, so you're fine. However, you panicked, which means everyone around you has to make a fear save, because if the Marine is panicking, we're all fucked. So can everyone, besides Haddock, make a fear save as well?
Are these all with disadvantage or still?
I guess so, because you're also with an android.
Damn! We're failing hard!
Okay, so that's a failure on. So let me just double check, right? The sanity save was a failure on Haddock. It was a failure on Ashley, and a. Did you roll the sanity save, Yorko?
I did. It's a fail.
No, this the sanity one, not the fear.
I did.
Oh, you did. Oh, yes. Yeah. Sorry, I totally I missed it. Yeah. Okay, so you all failed the sanity save, and some of you failed the fear save. As you realize Haddock is panicking, everyone's getting a little bit more not a little bit more stressed right now. This creature is as Haddock is close as I assume, given that you were hitting it with the shovel. It is definitely going for you next. It is ready to give you the same split treatment it gave to Steven. What do you all decide to do?
Well, it doesn't look like there was nothing in anyone's attacks that seemed to hurt it, right?
Yeah, it seemed that you Ashley did hit, or like basically was trying to shoot something behind him, given the idea. Like, this game is more about like just testing the player's abilities than like the actual characters. So you kind of get the idea of okay, there's some plan here of shooting the grenades that are near the creature right now. But the only one that actually hit it was Vinny. But those bullets seemed to have basically just they've been deflecting off the beast. This thing has thick armor. You also realize that when you hit it with the shovel, this carapace is like bulletproof. Definitely, this thing is thick.
Okay. So, well, then I should probably just run, like, way too close to something that could be heard.
I would say so. This game kind of doesn't do distances. It doesn't do like specific distances. It basically says either you're adjacent, you're close, far, or super far away. I'd say like you basically came up to it, hit it with your shovel, and now you're practically next to it.
Yeah.
Given you're so close, I do want you to make a speed check.
Speed check? Sure, I didn't know.
Yeah, just to see like, can you like think of it not really as like an opportunity attack, but can you safely like get away from this thing before it
so
is able to?
Add athletics to this, right? That
yes. You can definitely add athletics to this. Yup. Nice. You realize my shovel is broken. Steven just got ripped apart in front of me. You start running away. And I guess, do you run like far out of the garage? Just like get the hell out?
Yes, I think like I'm yelling at everyone, like, just get out of here, and like try to probably like with the idea that if everyone's out, just close the door again.
All right. So you just run out of the way. You say like get the hell out. You run out. Okay. Ashley or Vinny?
Is Vinny close?
Who wants to go first?
Vinny
is no. He's kind of the same distance. He's in the game terms. He's close, like within 10 meters. But he's not super close. That he's not literally next to the creature. So if we're talking about blowing this thing up, you'll probably be safe.
Take this trunchbull, blast that thing!
I am not a coward!
Okay, you start shooting, and it isn't hitting the grenades. But I'll do say that Willis gets the gist. He gets what you're trying to do, and he's gonna try to do the same. He's gonna shoot the grenades.
I'm gonna also try to shoot the grenades.
All right, yeah, you go first. Nope. You start shooting the grenades. It isn't working out. This Willis guy, he starts shooting the grenades. It's not working out. You start shooting this thing, and I guess moving out as well, right?
Yeah, we're all moving. I'm moving out.
I'm moving out as
can
well.
run backwards while screaming.
Yeah.
I'm trying to cut
right.
close distance away from it. Well, not close distance, like.
Yeah. Okay. So you two start getting out of the the garage as well, and you just get basically like not as far as Haddock is, but you get outside. You're in the rain right now. Willis, being the Marine still inside, he's shooting, and it kind of gives you cover while you're walking out. Or running out. I shouldn't be saying walking. You guys are definitely fucking running. The creature runs up to Willis and is going to try and tear him into pieces as well. Let's see if he does so. The answer is yes. Does that kill him? Yes. Willis is ripped into pieces and dies.
So it's for additional characters.
Or being a lazy DM.
Wow.
This thing is, well, I mean, you've heard of some sort of crab-like creature, this arthropod-like small creature from your briefing up in space. This isn't that. This isn't that. This is a little bigger than that. This isn't just a nuisance. It's a big ass fucking crab thing, ripping people into bits. It is just inside the garage right now, and you are all outside. I heard, Haddock, you wanted to close the door in front of it.
Oh.
Do you, the Ashley and Vinny, do you want to still attempt to make that final shot? At least.
Will I be able to get outside the door if I attempt a shot?
I'd say you just made it outside last combat round, quote unquote.
Yeah.
The idea is you, like in combat, you can do one thing and move somewhere within close distance. So I'd say you can shoot and get out of the garage last turn, or last round.
If I shoot the grenade now, will it hurt any of us?
Probably not. Given that Willis was kind of giving you guys cover to get out, given he's the other Marine in the group, the creature he's not adjacent to any of you. They're all close to you, or he's close to you all, but he's not adjacent to you all. So nades might work.
My eyes are just just fixated on this thing. Like internally, I'm like doing all these like calculations to make sure it hits. Try to stabilize.
Making some
body.
mathematical. You're trying to make mathematical calculations.
I'm walking out.
That's not succeeding.
That's not including mathematics. I'm just going out.
But even if you would have included it,
it would have worked. Yeah.
The shot ain't hitting. Vinny, do you want to make another shot?
If that
as you run out,
if in my mind that compromises my ability to run away, no.
Well, it gives you an option to kill the creature.
I'm gonna try.
All right. Let's see you hit these. We see you hit these sometimes. I'm gonna say, given that it's pretty close to your success, I would say you can spray like basically your entire clip, just like empty it. And
I am spraying my entire clip.
All right. You'll still get the stress from it, of course, but you basically just like full auto just start spraying, and it just kind of goes everywhere. It hits the fuel. You see it hits the barrels of fuel in the back as they start kind of spraying and leaking over the creature, and then one of your bullets hits one of those grenades, and at that moment, a big explosion happens, blasting the entire garage in bits. Let me just double check. How much damage does a grenade do? Let me just double check. There should be a grenade somewhere here in this list. Just want to check if I have to roll or not. That's basically the idea. Grenade. Item. Where the frick is the boomer, the explosives? I see. Okay. I'm gonna roll a bit of a save on this thing. Let's see, based on that, what happens.
Oh my god.
Okay. So what happens is it explodes. The entire garage just like there's a chain explosion of multiple grenades plus also the fuel canisters just like blowing up in the background. The APC also catches fire and starts smoking the place up. Haddock, you're probably the closest to this all since you were ready to like close the door. If all else fails, you kind of get blown back as this all happens. The creatures, you just like as like the explosion just fades away a little bit. You see the creature is still standing, but its armor is fully cracked and it is looking very hurt. It is still standing, however, but you see that it's hard to see with the creature, and it was before like literally ripping and tearing into your teammates. But you see it is starting to like basically look out, and it is planning something. It's probably going to run away. It is looking very hurt, and the armor on him is definitely cracked. And with that, I mean, if you shoot it now, you'll probably hurt it.
Okay.
It won't have the armor.
Yes, I will try that. Shoot it.
All right. Go ahead and shoot. So you should be able to go to your weapons, and then you have a pulse rifle, so you can just click pulse rifle, and it'll roll for you.
Okay. And then I add military training. Sorry for asking every time.
Yeah. The thing with Marine is you probably want to roll with military training.
Sure.
At all times. Very, very nice. Very nice. Let me just roll something here.
Did I click this or?
No, that's more meant for players. The idea is if you take a wound, I should probably mention this. You have health and you have wounds. If you lose all your health, you gain a wound and you set your health to max again. And based on what hurt you, you get like something. Like okay. I'll show you with, for example, if you get shot and you take a wound, I'll roll this, and then for example here, this is literally one of the worst things you can roll. You instantly get a lethal injury and you're dying. So this can happen if you get shot and take a lot of damage, but it doesn't really apply to creatures. Creatures work a little bit different. But it is definitely wounded. And with that amount of damage, it did crit succeed on that instinct. I'm gonna say it's getting him close to death, but he is still standing. And is now definitely looking for a way out. Given everyone's already done a turn and it hasn't had a turn yet, you see it basically starts running towards, let's say it starts running towards you, Vinny, like in your direction, and you just have that moment of like, oh fuck, I'm next, and it just like rushes past you and starts running away into the jungle. You don't see it anymore.
Maro no Carmine. What the hell was that?
Is there any way to find out what it was?
You don't know what it was. But the description, what you've heard from Maz about these arthropod creatures, these crab-like creatures, and this thing looking like a crab-like creature. Maybe these carcanids have gotten a little bigger than small.
Bigger than small.
Bigger than small. Perhaps even large.
Inside my head.
What'd you say, Yorkel? Sorry.
I spoke to the voice inside my head. Vinny spoke to the voice inside his head.
Okay. So what is left now in front of you is a garage that has been blown up.
It's a vehicle, okay? Oh.
The vehicle is definitely not okay. It is smoking. It is probably pretty damaged. It got hit pretty closely by like 5 frag grenades at the same time. A lot of things are damaged inside, and as like a couple of barrels of fuel also blew up. Let's say literally everything in the garage has been destroyed. The only thing that is left is the doorway that goes from the garage to the hallway, basically. That is practically all that is left. The backup generator is definitely destroyed.
I'm gonna say some messages. Men, it appears that we've lost 2 of our 5, and it appears that our possible emergency getaway vehicle has been compromised.
Oh.
In that sense, by the way, I do want I do want can I get everyone to make a panic roll, given 2 of your men died.
Panic roll.
2 of your guys got split open in front of you. That does warrant a panic check. So the way you do that is you click stress. You click in your character sheet.
Oh.
There we go. Found it.
All right. You're fine. You're fine.
Stress?
And Haddock as well. Oh, Haddock did it. Vinny?
Stress is where?
It's in the middle of your character sheet.
Right.
Should say 7 out of 2. Or 7 to 2. A 1. You fail your panic check, but the failure is a 1, which basically basically you roll this d20, you check if it's below your stress score, and if it is, you check a chart. And a 1 here is an adrenaline rush, which means let's say for the next 12 minutes, you have advantage on all your rolls, and your stress is reduced by a d5. So you can click that minus d5 stress.
That's good, yeah.
All right, you now have only 4 stress instead of 7. Cool. Like, just seeing people die in front of you, you just get suddenly just like your heart's pumping. You're like, oh fuck. With that adrenaline and what has just happened, this creature escaping into the jungle behind you, it has left some tracks in the ground.
Captain,
what do you decide to do?
Do you have a suggestion?
Since this pickled herring made it off, it seems the garage is safe. And on the map, I can see it's right next to the armory. You know what's in armories? That's right, armor.
There's also guns there too.
It says armory, not gunnery, idiot.
I just like stare at Haddock. I do like the flavor text of my panic attack, by the way. It's been different. Like it mentions like motor control rather than heartbeats, and also systems resources freed up. Yeah, I clear up my memory leak.
That was actually part of the Foundry thing of it. Like this is just flavor text they put in, which I think is really nice.
That's cool.
Okay. Let's actually take like a little 5-minute break.
Sure.
Look at the
just after this whole happening, and then we can go into the base itself. How's everyone feeling? How's everyone feeling?
Fun. Cool.
Send you a job ad.
Send me a job ad? You want? No, don't make me a security auditor. No. I already am one. No, I'm not one. But
GLI Gaming.
GLI Gaming. What the
Gamers.
fuck is GLI Gaming? But yeah. I mean, that's also partially why I gave you some extra people, is so they can die.
Yeah, no, I figured.
But
They are. Yeah.
it sounds like we're fucked.
Is it?
Okay,
Oh, of course you're fucked.
no.
You're fucked in more ways than one.
Oh,
Also,
well.
I'm sorry, Tinker. I broke your shovel.
Yeah, well, oh well.
I mean, you crit failed that, so I felt like,
Yeah, no, there was no
that
way.
thing
Yeah,
raised.
I understand.
You can go back and find that relic. It's in there somewhere.
It is. Was there actually like you don't really get any stats from it. Like it's not an action, right?
Like you get like, do you, if you increase your stats?
With the something like that, right? Like the value.
There is a way of increasing your stats, but it's more meant for like a long term campaign. For like, basically, there's a system there's two systems to reduce stress. One of them is basically doing a quote unquote short rest, and the way you do that is you roll your worst save, and if you succeed, you reduce some stress, and if you fail, you still gain one stress. So it's not really that, like, it's pretty risky to do.
Sure.
But you can also do what's called shore leave, and you basically just go like, all right, I'm just gonna go to the nearest starport. I'm gonna spend some credits, and I'm just gonna reduce some stress. I'm just gonna. It's over. Give me a moment. And it
Sure.
costs a lot of money, but then you reduce like
We did
like
that thing
a
too,
2d10 stress or something. Like, you reduce a lot of stress.
We did like a
But
6-year campaign in Tulu, and we'd go to like we'd go to psychiatric hospitals in between sometimes.
basically, the thing is though, you pay the cost, you make a sanity save, and if you succeed, you convert some, like, you don't just reduce stress, you convert stress into increased saves.
Yeah.
So basically, like, you'll reduce it by, let's say, a d10, and then that same number gets added to like maybe a save you want. That's the only way you can actually increase your saves. I don't think you can actually increase your skills. The only way you can really increase your skills is by spending time, like downtime, training, and then you get more like trained skills and expert skills, which give you bonuses.
Sure.
But other than that, people die fast, enough that, like, you're not going to really increase your stats. And besides, like I said, like, these stats are more for like stuff during stress or like during combat, so you're not rolling that much anyways. Like, I guess you could say this attack was kind of a stressful moment, so
Start writing your next character.
yeah.
Right.
And
Okay.
for example, the door that you open, it was explicitly said in the thing that it was like a strength save. So, or not strength save, sorry, strength check. But otherwise, we basically just the book here is itself, like the actual adventure says, like, you don't have to call for a roll for any little thing. If they if they ask the right questions, you give them the information, and
okay.
like, it's best played when you test the player's abilities rather than the numbers on their character sheets. And the main idea is, like, the more you roll, the more you fail, which means you get more stress, which means like stuff gets bad.
I noticed that because like we kept people kept shooting something which couldn't really be harmed, and it was like constant +1 stress for everyone.
Yep.
Yeah,
I mean, that's why, like, stuff like the like the belt of frag grenades is like some way of like, oh well, if we can, then
yeah.
Yeah, and then I looked up what frag grenades specifically do. I couldn't find, like, immediately. I think I just looked over it, but usually an explosive is like, you either you make a save or you take a full on wound. So I thought, well, let's roll. And if he fails, he'll fucking die. But he crit succeeded, so miraculously. I should have made you guys make a fear save for that, because that's scary. Big explosion, everything explodes, and he's still standing there. That's scary.
It is scary.
But yeah. Everyone's back?
Yeah, I think so.
Leave again. I'm back.
I'm finished.
All right. So, you guys decide to head inside the hallways and go to the armory?
Uh-huh.
Okay. So, let me just delete some stuff. There we go. All right. So, you all head inside through the burnt mess of everything and exploded mess. It is a bit of a mess in the garage. You enter the door. Let me just double check. Is this door locked or not? The answer?
My surprises.
I'm pretty surprised if it wasn't.
Exploded.
Yeah. Let me double check. It is just a normal door, but there were a lot of explosives. So let's say that thing is fucking. It's cracked. It's practically open. So you are free to enter. And there's a fork in the road here. You can go left to number 9 and 8, or you can go to where you wanted to go, which is 7, the armory. I assume you want to go to number 7, the armory.
Where the armory is.
Mm-hmm.
You see.
Sorry, continue.
Okay. You look basically in the direction of the armory, and I assume Captain, you're in front, Captain Haddock.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
You see what used to be, an industrial blast door that basically keeps the armory safe. Makes sense. It's an armory. Is completely ripped off and is discarded next to the door. It is just next to it. It's just off. And inside you see this rugged interior metal cage lined with lockers. At the end of the room, you see a giant pile of melted metal.
Is it possible to identify what that is? Is there anything?
Let's see. You can. As you approach, you see what seems to be a lot of weapons. But they all seem to be melted together. Almost. It seems weird. It looks what melted, at least. But it's strange. They seem like just like attached to each other in some way.
Well, that's not the explosion that did that.
Definitely not the explosion, no. This was here before. And while you're kind of looking around in here, you notice the lockers, as you're kind of like looking through the lockers, right? Because you went into the armory. Mm-hmm. They're all open. And all the lockers are empty.
I know our mission said repair, but well, that's not gonna happen, and rescue someone, but I don't think we're gonna find any survivors in here.
Who knows?
Jeez, they must be an hour away. Why don't we call them back, Captain? Mr. Trunchbull, what's your assessment?
Miss? Have I ever told you about my marital status, Finny?
I don't recall.
I will not disclose this information, but it would seem that these weapons have been utilized. If everything is empty, that means the guns and armor that Captain seeks are possibly found elsewhere. And you, Vincenzo,
Yeah.
is it
Yeah.
Vince? How'd you pronounce it?
It's Vinny.
No, out of character. How'd you pronounce it?
It's Vincenzo,
Vincenzo.
right?
Vincenzo.
Yeah.
I suppose we can call him, but are you forgetting that we're on a corporate mission? And we must see to it.
Yeah.
I turn to face Haddock. Isn't that right, Captain? We must complete the mission?
It is.
I'm thinking corporate because the corporate has already got like the pensions to pay after what happened in that room. I don't want to add 3 more pensions to pay. You know, friends and relatives or wives or whatever.
Yeah, in terms of pay, I forgot to mention this, but you are being paid. Let me see. You are being paid 2 months of salary and 1 month of hazard pay.
What about the travel time? Okay, we're not
The
discussing.
transportation is paid for by the company. So
If we get out of here, we'll
the
take-
armory, yeah, the armory doesn't seem to have much for you at least. Where do you guys decide to go next?
What's
There's
our
the,
left to do
the
except
main.
check the base if there's any survivor, but other than that, we're
Well, yeah, there might be a survivor somewhere.
I believe if we enter the crew habitat, or even perhaps the command, we might be able to find a survivor.
maybe we can get some stimpaks from the med bay and see if we can heal up Steven. Steven will get better. Right?
I would like to remind you that Steven
That's not
has been torn in two
And also exploded, because he was inside the garage, right?
and also exploded. Yep, you are correct.
Vinny's
Together
aware
with
of
Willis.
that. Vinny's aware of that.
Just need a few more band-aids.
Just a couple more band-aids.
Yeah,
Still
just
fine.
a couple
I mean-
more band.
I mean, you guys do have a med kit, a first aid kit, so you can use that. You can patch them up. It's fine. So which direction do you want to go? You can also split up if you want, if you really want to.
I don't think we
You
want
want to go to
do
6, 3? Who knows? Maybe. So 6. I heard you say the crew or the command.
Yeah, 6'9". Yeah, unless anyone has better ideas. You said medbay as well.
Yeah, the mid bay also is there, so it's kind of up to you. Which one do you guys want to go first?
I'm looking for going to command just because, well, if there's any like logs or computer anything information, it's probably
Yeah.
there rather than the crew habitat.
That does make sense. Okay. Do you want to go to the command then? I assume that's a yes.
I do, but I don't.
I
Yeah,
said
I'm
command
taking-
sort of suggestion, so you can
Okay,
concur with
right.
me, I guess.
Sure.
All right. Vince, you are being forced along, I assume. Well, you can go to the med. The med bay is literally next to it.
Following him.
All right. So the command center. Let me double check. The door here opens normally. And as you enter, you see what seems to be the central nervous system of the base and the primary communication station for the Capital C company. You see like a lot of controls here and there and, buttons and stuff. You see a marine corpse slumped over the controls. And you see that all those buttons, the central computer, has been smashed. It is broken. And you see this corpse is just slumped over all these controls. Looking from here, you immediately notice there is a single gunshot wound to the head. You also notice in one hand he's holding what seems to be a chart in his hand, and in the other he holds what seems to be a revolver.
Ah, okay. So it seems that this person has not committed suicide. Unless someone planted a revolver on the shotgun.
Well, it is a single gunshot wound in the head. He's been shot.
Yeah, but he's a shotgun, right?
No.
Okay.
I said gunshot.
Gunshot.
So-
So I'm dumb.
It's fine. It's fine. But there is a revolver in his hand.
Looks like this person has committed suicide. Captain?
Yeah. Sorry. Go ahead.
Captain?
Yes.
Were you looking for the logs in this room?
Yes.
Are those logs normally stored on the command terminal?
I imagine you can find them there at least, yeah.
It seems that
Whoa.
the hand devices, these buttons, you could call them controls, are damaged. Is there any alternative way for me to use this terminal? Like,
The thing is the base also doesn't have any power.
oh yeah, shit.
Yeah.
There was a backup generator in the garage, but given that everything exploded, well, hasn't really going well.
Shit!
If there might be some other way of getting power to the base specifically, but while you're looking at the looking around a bit, if you could get power back to the base, you could probably repair it. Like it's not like super broken and like in disrepair. Like it's not been exploded or anything. It's just been like smashed. It just needs like maybe a couple hours of work, and then you could use it again as long as it has power.
Right.
You do notice while you're kind of examining this room, the person in front of you, the corpse, also across his body seems to have these small little paper cuts across him.
Oh no. The reoccurring theme.
You also notice he is just like the person that has now exploded as well. Also has dog tags around his neck. So if you want to, you can examine those as well.
But this one's dead.
Yeah, he's been cut he's been shot in the head.
Shoot in the head.
He's been shot.
And
I
hopefully
don't know
has
what
no
shot
friends.
him. But yeah, do you want to take a look at the dog tags?
Sure.
You take a look. And on the dog tags, you see Second Lieutenant Kaplan.
I had to start drawing on the thing and just mark them dead.
To remind you, the first bit of your mission was to rendezvous with Second Lieutenant Kaplan.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah.
And that's the person in command is gone.
Yerp. You see holding what he holds in his hand seems to be the organization chart of SAMHSA 6. It's basically the same chart that I've already shown you.
Is there anything drawn on it or something?
No, it seems to be let me actually double check. No, there's nothing drawn on it. It is practically the same organization chart.
Okay. Yeah, just wondering if
you do.
Yeah.
Yeah. well, you do know it's covered in blood. That's what's different. It's covered in blood. Some red on it. You do also notice, just kind of looking at the revolver, and just kind of examining the body. There are in this revolver 5 shots remaining out of a possible 6. Curious.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna reload
Curious
my gun.
indeed.
I should reload my gun. Done.
Yeah, you can do that.
I'll do that too, I guess.
So yeah.
You're better at guns than me, aren't you, Finny? I mean, Jokel.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should probably take the gun. Let's head off.
Oh wait. Did it use up all the ammo for your thing?
There was free ammo, and I just reloaded it. So.
Oh, okay. So you should have. I set in. Hold on. Let me see. I put in 3 because I assumed it was 3 magazines.
No.
So just
Was it 15
you
then?
should have 3 magazines. So yeah, it should be total 15.
There were 12 now.
Okay,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
at 10,
So
I'm at 10. Yeah, okay.
yeah. So for your SMG, you should have 15 total at least.
Yeah, you should probably figure out Tinker's.
Yeah, I added it to Tinker's SMG. The pulse rifle he has still has the amount of ammo he should have. So.
Oh, okay. So that's just.
Yeah, you only have 3 extra ammo in your pulse rifle. Yeah. But yeah, rest in this room. There doesn't seem anything else to really find besides, well, you might be able to repair the computer if you have.
You cut out, Flore, like no sound at all. Oh.
Hello?
Hello, back,
Discord?
back. Hello, I'm back.
Oh,
Discord?
Hello.
We need to go.
Oh, it was.
We need to go back to.
Everyone?
No, it was Discord. We need to go back to TeamSpeak. It's over, fellas.
Yeah, you said something like have something in tab.
Yeah. I'll just re-say what I was gonna say. There doesn't seem to be anything else in this room besides that you might be able to repair the computer with a couple hours of time, and if you have power, it seems possible. Vinny, you know that's possible, at least with your knowledge. It's like, yeah, you can fix it. But yeah, nothing else seems to be of interest in this room, at least. So. What's the plan? Where are you guys going next? Medbay check?
Yeah, let's do that.
All right.
Have we got the gun?
Then oh, you want to take the revolver?
I want to give the revolver to.
I might as well take it.
Oh yeah, sure. I'll give you the revolver. Give me a second. It should be easy. Add weapons, revolver, boop, and you have. There we go. 5 shots. It is a D10 plus 1 weapon.
It brings back luck
There you
to
go.
get a dead man's gun after using it on himself. Not too fond
That's
of it,
true.
but I'll take it.
Okay. So the door to the med bay does seem to open as well. And as you enter, you see what seems to be this small little medical area with 2 rooms. They are separated into 2 rooms. There seems to be some sort of observation and analysis lab outside, basically where you start, and a operating room on the inside. Let me just double check which side is where. I assume. Yes. Okay. You are currently in the observation side of the med bay, and behind this door and some glass, there seems to be this sort of operating room. You see that this side of the room holds a small bank of computer terminals. All of them seem to be powered down, of course, because there's no power. And you see a lot of loose paperwork and what seems to be on a table, a logbook. That is what you find in this room.
I'll skim through the logbook.
All right, you open up the logbook. You kind of read it out loud, and most of it doesn't seem super interesting. However, you do notice that one of the latest entries in the log, you see that these are notes from Dr. Edom, another name you're familiar with from the briefing. These logs, you see that these logs, they are excited at the discovery of something they call the Kriebslieder, or crab song, some sort of shriek that the Karkanids used to replicate. There seems to be some admittance that it was not Edom, but the base's android Hinton that did most of the legwork for this discovery. But it was Edom himself or herself that put, 2 and 2 together. But that's one of the latest entries in this log, talking about some sort of crab song.
Kind of crab. I see.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything else in
the log, you mean, or you mean in the med bay?
In the med bay general.
Let me double check. The inside the med bay, the door to the med bay seems to be locked. It has some sort of keycard scanner, but you can look inside of this room, like this one here. You can see through it that the entire operating area has been completely destroyed. Remnants of the equipment seem to be smashed or almost fused together in the same sort of way you've seen the guns fused together.
Right.
You look inside, and you see there seems to be some med pod. Think of like some sci-fi thing where you can sit in there and just like heal up. It seems to be broken. There seems to be a bioprinter where you can print stuff, think like a 3D printer-ish thing. There seems to be some sort of lead container in the room, and you see kind of on the wall or like along the wall, you see these 4 large specimen containment tubes. And inside are something small. You do also see that the surgical bed in the middle of the room seems to be completely upturned. And that's kind of what you can see from the outside.
Is there anything, I guess, nothing immediately worthwhile there? I mean, it's intriguing, but it's no.
Yeah, not really that you can see from here. Yeah, it isn't super. Yeah, I mean something happened here, of course, but
yeah.
Nothing really worthwhile that specifically talks about your mission or anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there isn't anything specifically here. The final thing you do note inside of the room that you are in, above you, is a vent. That's all.
Oh, that's all. Okay.
That's all. The rest, I mean, you take your time to kind of examine the place. There isn't much else here to find.
A ventilation shaft can be a neat escape if we need to use it. Assuming we have any idea where it goes.
That is true. That is true. And at this moment, you don't. It's not documented on the map, but it might go somewhere. So you've practically fully explored the med bay besides maybe like knowing specifically what's inside of the locked off room. Where do you want to go next? I think you guys mentioned going to the crew habitat.
Yeah, yes. I did. Yeah, I suppose we should go to the crew habitat. If anyone is to remain here, they probably be within the habitat.
All right.
Sure.
So you come to the door of the crew habitat. Let's see. So as you enter the crew habitat, this is one of the larger areas within the base. The largest is probably the actual commissary in the middle. Yeah. But this one seems to be split up into 6 segments, basically 6 parts to this crew habitat. Firstly, you notice that on the entrance of the crew habitat, something has been graffitied onto it. The text "comms off" has been graffitied on the door. The door itself opens normally.
Comms off.
Yes. You notice, well, there's a group shower here. There's some barracks for the enlisted Marines. There's a separate barracks for the Marine officer. There seemed to be a little bit of a larger office room in the corner. There seemed to be a barracks for the research team, and another office that is also separate. The first separate office is noted by has the text that this is Second Lieutenant Kaplan's quarters, and the other one is Dr. Edam's quarters.
Okay.
And these are all they're all basically, these are the 6 areas within this area. There's a couple of sub areas. So where do you want to explore first, or where do you want to look first? There's the showers, enlisted barracks, officer barracks, Kaplan's quarters, Edam's quarters, and the research team barracks.
It would make sense to me to go Edam's because, like, we know Kaplan's
quarters
dead.
as well. Yeah,
I agree with that.
Yeah.
Okay. You enter Edam's quarters, and it seems to be a small little, living space. On the wall, there are some weather charts that are printed out. It basically tells that a full-on storm system is incoming.
Oh.
Furthermore, the place is pretty tidy-ish. There does seem to be a happy birthday card on the on like a small little nightstand that seems to be unopened.
Can I open the happy birthday card?
You can open the happy birthday card. It seems to be addressed to a person named Olson.
Okay.
Should also be on the chart. The birthday card itself says, "Thanks for always listening. Hopefully they'll let me leave after this one."
One day until retirement thing.
Furthermore, there isn't anything else really to find in here. You kind of look around, take a little time, but other than that, oh, actually, there is. Sorry, I did miss something. There seemed to be a small little map next to the weather charts that kind of show the location of Greta Base, where you are right now, and it basically charts out a small little trail that goes to Heron Station, which has been marked on the map here as the actual terraforming station of Samsys 6.
Can we make sense of how much distance it is between here and there?
You see that the distance itself, probably on foot, might take around an hour, given that it is kind of like dense jungle and stuff.
Why
but you're basically following sorry, what did you say?
Nothing. Go ahead. I said I'm moving to the jungle.
You see that it should take around an hour. You're basically following a rough trail through the jungle from Greta Base to Heron Station. Might take less time if you had a vehicle, some sort of APC probably.
All right.
Be great. That'd be great.
But other than that, there's nothing else really to find in Edam's quarters.
Well, check the other. Fellas, I'll leave the showers.
All right. You look at the showers. They are showers. You see a toilet, complete with toilet tank.
It's still
it's
clean.
Just showers.
Still normal. Okay. Yeah.
Well, clean. It is. It has been basically.
There's no blood.
Like the whole base itself. Yeah, no. It seems to be relatively clean in that sense. It isn't relatively clean in the sense of it's been abandoned for around 6 months, and like the roof has kind of been sogging in a little bit because of the rain and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it is like a little dilapidated. It is kind of gross, but it isn't. There's no. It's not like there's blood everywhere and stuff like that. No, it's not. It's not that bad. But yeah, there's showers and there's toilets. They do exist.
And they probably don't work.
Would they work? I don't know. Electricity doesn't work, but maybe the water connect. I don't know. Maybe I don't know how would mobile bases even do water? Would they have water tanks?
Probably a water tank.
Probably.
Yeah. I mean, it's raining, right?
Yeah.
And it wasn't like acid rain or something, so you could probably just
no. So I guess it does work. Yeah, plumbing still works. I assume. Might be a little rough because it's been like sitting there for half a year not being maintained, but it's probably still working. Probably some gross water coming out, but it's fine.
I check if this is a good video game by flushing the toilet.
You flush the toilet.
Did it work?
It does seem to work.
Great. There we go.
I don't know if you heard me. I was trying to make toilet noises, but I don't know if the mic picked it up.
You probably thought it was like random noise, you know? Yeah.
Oh, hold on. If I remove my noise suppression, if I do a does that work?
Yes.
Yeah.
Probably. Okay, so yeah, so basically you push the toilet in, and it goes like.
Next.
Hold on a moment. I gotta check too. Let me see if there's hold on. All right.
Yeah.
It works.
It does work. But yeah, they're
wasted water.
It do be toilets and showers. Where else do you wanna go next? There's the enlisted barracks, the officer barracks, and captain's quarters, and the research team barracks. If you want, we can just go through them each one by one.
Yeah, I want to go for the captain's one last, because the captain is always gonna be the one where the big reveals are gonna happen.
Wow.
So true. So let's start with the enlisted barracks. There are 12 bunks in total in this place. Everything is in complete disarray. Like not like it's been ruined, but more like it's been covered with lewd posters. It smells like sweat and body odor. It's just like gross. It's gross. It's
completely
gross.
Regular barrack.
Yup, completely regular. do you kind of search around a little bit, or are you mostly just looking? Just looking.
Yeah.
I meant more like, are you just kind of entering, looking around, or are you actually actively like searching through stuff? That's kind of what I'm asking.
I think we're searching through stuff, right? Like we're trying to find basically anything.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Or,
So you kind of search through like the bunks, and it's gross and it smells like trash. You do find 2 frag grenades hidden beneath the like beneath one of the bunk beds. There are 2 frag grenades hidden. There also seems to be a butterfly knife. In another place, you find a porno mag titled "Jump Humpers."
sure.
Jump humpers.
There's Jump Humpers.
Wow.
Seems to be a cigarette pack, and you find a small journal, real small journal. And I assume you want to take a look at the journal, see what's written inside the journal.
Let's do that.
I'll take a
The
look at the
journals-
grenades. The only thing that seems to work on those things is grenades, so we might as well. But Mrs. Rancher will
That's
get
true.
one, and
Thank you.
I'll get another,
That's
I guess.
true.
Thank you, Philly. I turn my attention to jump humpers and start analyzing it using my brain.
Start analyzing.
Alright,
Use your
alright.
brain.
Let's check the bumper. Sure.
My perceptive device that leads into my analytical programming to store it inside my storage.
Okay. You look at the journal, Captain. You see it's detailing what seems to be a relationship between Corporal Ivanovich and what is HM3? Is that a medical? It's a medical thing, right?
Sure, actually.
Hospital corpsman Brookman, HM3 Brookman. So Ivanovich and Brookman seem to have some sort of relationship. Ooh. The drama.
Making my thing here. Hold on.
Ashley, you have fully copied over Jump Humpers into your memory banks.
Great.
It's quite interesting what people like these days.
True, it's true. And I've given you, Vinny, and you, Ashley, a frag grenade in your inventory. Because I said I think you guys wanted one each, or at least Vinny gave you
Captain
one. And
wants to get one as well. I mean, maybe Captain wants one.
Well, there's 2.
Yes,
There's 2. So that's basically all you find in the enlisted barracks. Next, let's see. You wanted to keep Kaplan's quarters last, right?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so then the officer barracks, there seem to be 5 bunks total. Also some desks and a duty roster. It has a list of essential personnel, and this list contains only 2 things. Dr. Edom and Hinton, parentheses, logic core only. That's all you find in the officer barracks. Then there's the research team barracks. There are 5 bunks.
Only what? What was that?
No, it was so there's two essential personnel. Dr. Edom and Hinton, and then in parentheses logic core only. Basically, Ashley would know this is like it's basically just like the memory banks of an Android. That's all.
What the fuck?
It's basically just taking it's your brain. It's just your brain only.
Is it compatible for me to like analyze it by sticking it inside my brain, or
if you had the logic core, probably you could spend some time. But I mean, that's only really if you have it. And I think I said this also during the briefing. You want to evacuate Dr. Edom and Hinton.
And Hinton, yeah.
Or at least retrieve his logic core. That's what you find in the officer barracks. Then there's the research team barracks, where there are 5 bunks. There seems to be a gaming console, the Bau Neumann BZT gaming console. There's a marijuana plant in the corner. There's a copy of a book. There's of The Auctioneer by Joan Samson on a desk, and one of the bunks has a anime body pillow.
Great.
What's the anime body pillow look like?
I'm going to tell you what it says here in the adventure. It says that it is from.
I think it looks like Tony Chopper, since I just posted it.
I was well. The only thing it says here for my notes, or at least for the adventure, it is an anime body pillow. Parentheses from Maido Tyson no Densetsu. What does that mean?
Maido?
I guess Maido. Maido Tyson no Densetsu. Whatever that means. I should probably translate that.
I'm thinking Mike Tyson dressed as a maid then.
Yeah, fair enough. But there's an anime body pillow inside.
I point towards the game console. Captain,
yep.
This machinery here can probably have you play your late 20th century video game if you desire.
Yes, my old relic. If we had a power.
I was about to say, if you have power, then maybe.
So many important things we could do if we just had power.
Do I need to start working here?
Well, that's all you find in the research team barracks. Then finally, Second Lieutenant Kaplan's quarters. You come inside. It is quite tidy inside. There seems to be a desk. And inside that desk, you find a photograph of Kaplan and their partner and 2 small children. A planetary survey for the planet Samsa 6. And there also seems to be a drawer on the desk that seems to be locked.
Can we open it? Try to open it?
How do you want to open it?
Let's see. What are the skills I have? Don't actually have anything useful here. I could try to open it, but brute force. Does it look like it would withstand a little bit of force?
It kind of depends on how you want to open it.
Yeah, well, I guess.
Oh, maybe I'll just give it to Vinny. Probably.
Sorry, what'd you say?
I'll give it to Vinny. This whole idea.
Vinny, how do you want to open up the desk if you want to, or the drawer? How do you want to open it?
Toolbox. Some screws surely are around or something. I try to force it open.
We just try to force it open. It takes you.
Work around it.
Yeah. Well, it seems to be just a normal locked, like a locked jar. It isn't like
that's like
it isn't like a machine or anything. It's just
a locked drawer.
Yeah. So you just try to open it.
Yeah.
Okay. You take out some tools, start putting things a little bit. You take your time. You can fix it.
I shake it. Maybe give it a little knock with my.
A little knock.
Make sure there's
a little shimmy.
Much moving around in it. Yeah.
Yeah, a little shimmy, a little shove, and with a couple of minutes, you seem to have unlocked the drawer.
Excellent.
It's empty.
It's not empty. Inside, you see 2 items. There seem to be 3 items. There is a small box of bullets next to what seems to be a revolver.
More guns.
And what seems to be Well, you recognize this, Vinny, and probably Ashley as well. It seems to be some sort of personal locator. Oh, give me 1 second. Hold on. 1 second.
Does it like scan vitals? Do I know this?
I'm back. Sorry, mom called.
Hmm.
So yes, the personal locator. It seems to be labeled. There's like a little piece of tape that's been put onto it, and with marker, the name Hinton has been put on it.
What has been put on it? Sorry.
Hinton. The name Hinton has been put on that piece of tape. It's basically been marked. The thing itself isn't currently working, but with a quick little inspection, you notice it is just out of batteries.
Do we have any batteries?
I mean,
We're gonna
Vinny, do you
find
have
it. I'm gonna
batteries?
find it. I have batteries.
I mean, you're a mechanic. You got some batteries, right? You got some stuff with
Figured
you.
like I could have some batteries. Yeah.
Yeah. Take out
Let
some
me put them
batteries,
in. See if
plug
this
them
thing
in.
still works.
You put them in, and you close up the thing. You shake it around a little bit.
I open Advanced Space Age. There's at least universal batteries, and there's no Apple doing proprietary
Ah,
technology
shit!
for
You have
solid batteries.
AAA, but it requires
No,
AA. It's over.
no. We're past
No.
AAA. Yeah.
It does start working, and you do see on this little screen what seems to be a very, 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 very abstract map of um, the general surroundings. You see kind of a dot that signifies your location, Greta Base. There's a
Right.
dot specifically for Heron Station. You can see kind of on this screen the rough altitude of the place. It's like one of those altitude maps where you can kind of just see like how the place is shaped. Hinton seems to be at the foothills of a mountain,
Hmm.
kind of in the middle of nowhere. That's all you see.
Hmm.
You can take it with you.
I'll take it.
All right.
So this is like, as far as I know, as a technician, this works like. Does what does this locate? Like just a map or?
Well, it gives you Hinton's current location.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Does
They
he seem to
probably
be
put
moving?
some sort of tracker into him.
That's how it works. Okay. Yeah. I'll check it every once in a while, I guess.
Yeah. Is he moving at all? Like I for this.
The like the in terms of like the map resolution, it seems to be of a big scale. There's a lot of points that
Right.
are pretty
Okay.
far away. So like within that, it doesn't seem to be moving. The distance, you could probably cross-reference it with the map you saw in Eden's office or in Eden's quarters. It seems to be pretty far away.
Hmm.
Like it's probably like just judging the distance and kind of estimating where or how long it would take. Probably around 6 hours on foot. Like it's pretty far
That's a
away.
lot of.
Maybe
That's a
like an
lot.
hour in like an APC, but
Sure.
it takes a while to get to there. It's pretty far away at least.
Mm.
But yeah, you can take that with you. Keep an eye on it.
Yeah. And one of you should get a piece as well. SMGs are fine, but
Another revolver. Who wants to take a second
yourself.
revolver?
Yeah. It's just nice to wake up in the morning and get yourself a gun.
True. Do you want to get a revolver, Haddock, or do you want one, Ashley?
I have 2 guns already, so I'm probably.
You want a third gun? You want a third gun?
I guess I.
Sorry.
Yeah, sure. I mean, I'm
Hell
not
yeah!
supposed to have
A third gun. Let's go. Revolver. You now have a third gun, and let's take you take the ammo as well. Boom. That's a revolver. I think you have practically fully explored the crew habitat.
We got the commissary.
Yep, the big main room, basically. You also technically have the airlock, but
out of character, how many bodies did we see so far? The guy in the garage that exploded.
You've seen the guy in the garage who exploded. You've seen Kaplan in the command.
Who killed himself, and there were other bodies in command.
No, it was just him.
No, so 2 bodies out of 20 something. Well,
yeah, you've seen 2 bodies so far. Yeah.
So there were 25. We saw 2 out of 25. I'm wondering where all the other survivors are. I mean, all the other. Well,
hold on, all the other people.
That's all the people missing.
Well,
if we're not seeing
but in general, like this is like Greta base is only that forwarding base.
True.
There's probably a chance that another like a bunch of them might be found in the actual terraforming base that you've seen on in Edam's.
Really don't want to move through this jungle, even if we go to the terraforming base. Okay.
So the commissary.
Arby's here, yeah.
Arby's here. Okay,
I don't know if Arby's okay because it's been silent for a second.
Are you okay, Arby?
Was that needed? Sorry.
No. All right. So
everyone thinks I'm suicidal because I didn't take a roof over.
It's so sad. It's so sad, dude.
But Arby likes guns.
Yeah. What the hell? Anyway, you enter the commissary, and you see in front of you it is a completely big mess. Above you, the lights are flickering now and then. A large banner kind of droops from the ceiling, and on that banner you see "Happy Birthday, Olsen." There's rain dripping from the ceiling, coming from little holes that have been put in the ceiling. Everywhere is just covered in empty cups, dishware, broken glass, but also bullet casings. Olsen, the same Olsen from the birthday card. There's bullet casings, blood splatter, bullet holes. The furniture has been gouged by large claw-like, large claws. And then, as you kind of just look around the room, you see on the floor a woman's head ripped at the neck, just lying on the floor. I want everyone to make a fear save.
Okay.
And of course, those other than RB do it at disadvantage because of androids.
I don't want androids anymore, man. Oh god damn it.
Boo.
Oh, barely is a fail. That's fine.
I didn't add anything, but it would really make sense, I think.
Yeah. But yeah, there's a woman's head just ripped at the neck, lying on the floor. You see, furthermore, there seems to be some like makeshift barricade that has been made in the direction of the command center. Like basically, this door here has been basically barricaded with a couch and table and chairs. It's just been shoved up to the door. There's an upturned table with cake splattered across the floor. There's a little kitchenette that leads back into number 4 here, the pantry. That's all you see. There's a lot here, and a whole event or scene has happened here, and this is only like the rests of it.
Vinny's trying to not try getting close to it, but I'm checking. Oh god, does that have any tag on it?
Yeah. Like, can we does the woman what's the woman wearing? The way.
Well, it's a head.
Oh, it's just the head. It's just the head of the woman.
Yo,
Sorry, I didn't get that part.
it's just a woman's head.
Anything
just
at the neck?
on the floor.
No.
No, it seems to be just completely ripped at the neck. It's just a head. It's just a head. You do see as you're kind of looking around that same area.
I just
there
hope
seems to be some sort of
not Olsen, because if that's Olsen, that's not a good birthday party. That's a bit too extreme.
True.
You got to party hard, but not that hard.
You notice that a human arm is protruding from beneath one of the upturned tables.
Oh, for God's sake!
It does seem to be attached to some sort of corpse, but it's just covered on the underneath the table.
Captain, I'll just peek over that. Well,
you peek over the table.
Yep.
And you see a headless corpse in army fatigues. A gigantic hole seems to be in the neck, and the entire body seems to be covered in these small little paper cuts.
Could it be a woman's body?
Yes.
I suspect that's Sergeant Valdez.
There are dog tags on this body, and as you take a look at it, this is Lance Corporal Xavier.
What? What?
Women.
So the women is just not the art itself. Okay.
No, I think it's gender ambiguous for all of them.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Probably. Let me have a double check.
Yeah, I got confused at first. There's two people above someone's two people's names. That's two characters, part of the squad.
Yeah.
It's just the organization chart, and I think.
Hey, I'm gonna have to go to the toilet. Sorry.
Okay, we can take a little 5-minute break.
Yeah, sure. Tea.
A little 5-minute break.
I updated my journal.
You've updated your journal? What did you put in the journal?
I'll show you in chat. Mothership chat.
Oh, oh yes, I see. You've been notating. No, not Xavier, part of the Zigzag Squad. No, not the Zigzag Squad. They've been zigging and zagging.
Or girl.
Or girl. It's true, actually. It's true.
Or non-binary.
Or non-binary. It's true. It's true. I'm gonna take a piss real quick.
I'm gonna check what Soppa is eating, but that's just that's gross pasta.
I'm back. How's everyone doing? How's everyone doing?
We're doing fine.
How's everyone feeling? How's everyone feeling?
I don't want to trek to the jungle, but we're gonna have to at some point.
Well, I mean, let's
That's
take a look at the objectives. Rendezvousing with Second Lieutenant Kaplan. Batman's dead. Assist him in repairing the situation. Well, I mean, the situation ain't repaired, isn't it? The satellite communication needs to be put back online. You know, and the
I
terraform
could
needs to
actually,
go on.
if we check the whole base, I guess I could start working, talking out of character, but like it makes sense that I can start working on it, right? On some repairs.
Well, yeah, I mean, this still is just kind of the forward operating base. The actual stuff is at Heron Station. That's where big stuff probably is.
Big stuff.
Big stuff. And we still need to evacuate Dr. Edom. And also the science officer Hinton. You gotta evacuate him. "45 seconds. Whoa. Whoa. Is everyone back?
I'm back.
All right. We continue. The corpse has been found. And, well, while you're kind of looking through here, Captain Haddock, you suddenly hear whispers. Just kind of like surrounding you. Hear some soft whispers, and then they stop.
Sorry, I missed that last bit. What did you?
Oh, I said that you just hear these whispers, and then they stop. You just hear that.
From where?
You kind of hear it from behind you, but then when you look behind, you hear them from the other direction. You just hear some whispers. The rest of you don't hear anything. You just...
It's just me.
Yep.
What?
Do they sound like anything, or is it just like? Pss, pss, pss?
It was hard to really hear in the first place. You couldn't really catch anything of it. But there was, like, it does feel like someone was trying to tell you something, but you just couldn't catch what it was.
Does it look like
That's
because there was the comms off thing earlier?
Yeah.
Is there a comms mic behind me?
No, not behind you. You have your like local communication thing, like your local radio.
Mm-hmm.
But you haven't really turned that on yet since you've been working pretty close.
So we're working with like ghosts here or something. Okay. Or
but
whatever.
You just kind of hear these. Yeah.
There isn't an immediate technical, logical way to determine what it is. I guess.
Not
Sure.
well. I don't know. You just kind of hear these things.
Did you guys hear something? I ask audibly.
I did not hear anything except our footsteps and our mutterings. Captain,
No.
are you well?
Well, yeah.
Ashley, when you look at the captain, you see small little paper cuts on his face.
Oh no.
Captain, are you aware of the paper cuts that the victims seem to have?
Yes.
I do not mean to alarm you. I'm gonna use this like I don't want to make him like cause panic. I want to like do like some psychology stuff here, where I want to like basically say like like in like the nicest way possible. My intent is like, if we can find a mirror, maybe we should go towards it to check our own skin, just in case. I mean, we can check right now. We can check right now using our eyes, but as we're finding out what each of us look like, to make sure we are fine. Just be advised, you should be very cautious.
There's probably a mirror in the crew habitat, probably in the bathroom there. You can probably find a mirror.
Yeah, we can go in there. But also, Captain, if you have any like strange phenomena, feel free to share what you feel before acting to your crewmates.
Okay.
I believe there's a mirror that we passed in the crew's quarters. Shall we head back there?
Yeah. Okay. Let's. Yeah,
I feel like a fucking evil motherfucker.
You go back to the crew.
I think Joe Girl's AFK.
Mirror, sorry.
Okay. Yeah, so I think that he has to do something for a second. Yeah. Okay. Sorry.
You go over to the crew habitat. You find a mirror, and Captain Haddock, you look at yourself in the mirror, and you can see kind of spread over your face. You see these same little small paper cuts kind of slowly appear on your face.
What's happening here?
It seems that the captain, after hearing something that we couldn't, has developed these strange markings that appear to be similar to what the victims of this team have encountered.
That's not good.
Captain, how do you feel about these paper cuts?
I don't know how I got them. Like, do I feel them? Are they like painful? I guess they're as painful as paper.
Yeah, I think in general, I think now that you're kind of aware of them, you kind of do feel like the little stinging of the paper cuts.
Sure.
You don't really feel them just on your face. You feel them kind of appear around your arms as well. Just kind of feel that like unease. They're not like super hurting. They're just kind of like they're just kind of stinging now and then.
Okay.
But they're not too bad.
So, okay, are they on either of the other people? On either
You look at Vinny. You do
Yes.
seem to see that there are some paper cuts forming on his cheek as well.
Okay. And not on Ash.
You look at Ashley.
What the hell is this thing? So I guess we took off.
Even
We took off the. What are they called?
The hazard suit.
Hazmat suits. Yeah.
Well, I was assuming that
Guess we took
you
them off.
hadn't yet.
Yeah.
I was assuming you hadn't yet since, so that's why you kind of saw it on their faces, because that's the only thing that's kind of still a little bit visible.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Vinny and Ashley, you both also have these paper cuts. Even you, Ashley, you just see these paper cuts.
Oh my!
In your synthetic skin.
That's strange. my experiment was worth nothing.
So yeah, I was gonna say, like, if it's only me, then I should probably put on the hazard suit, but that's not the case.
It seems we're dealing with some kind of strange phenomena that is affecting us beyond our protection.
It's true.
Well, this might not be good.
Are they like appearing? You mentioned they were appearing. Just
You probably, for you, Captain Haddock, you seems like you have most little paper cuts,
sure.
and that they are kind of you kind of notice that they seem to just slowly be appearing on people's skins. Like Vinny doesn't have too many of them, but they start to like. Now that you're like paying attention to it, you do notice that like on his face, just like a little cut appears, a little small cut, little cut.
Hmm.
Yeah, this might not be good.
I suggest we move back onto the lobby, commissary. I don't know. Commissary. Okay. And then proceed to the pantry. See if there's anything in there.
All right. Everyone okay with that?
Sure.
I'm alright with it. Yeah.
So I guess for now these paper cuts also don't have any like gameplay implications. Like
Probably
just
not.
there.
Man.
They're just kind of uncomfortable,
Yeah,
I
sure.
guess. One second. Yeah. So you head towards the pantry, and you see the shelves in the pantry are completely bare. Their contents have been removed and basically thrown on the floor as large piles of MREs, just kind of spread across the floor. You see in the far corner there seems to be a body of a Marine.
Okay.
There's also a door that seems to lead to the freezer.
A body of a Marine, is it intact?
It does seem to be intact. It does also seem to be dead.
Yes, but yeah. But is there an obvious cause of death?
You kind of observe the body. He also has dog tags. Second Lieutenant Lang, like Lange.
Yes.
He doesn't seem to have been like gouged or shot. Looking at him, you kind of recognize the symptoms of just starving to death.
Oh. He's been locked in here?
And you see he also has these paper cuts like crisscrossed across his emaciated corpse.
Are they on his corpse? Are they still appearing? Can you notice any extra ones?
They do not seem to be like appearing extra like they are on you. They seem it basically has already covered his entire body.
Okay.
But yeah, you don't see any like he hasn't been like split open or like decapitated or whatever.
Yeah, sure.
He has been starved to death. Curiously, surrounded by large piles of food.
Yeah.
Absolutely tragic.
Keeping A human in here is not very effective for the human diet. Let's continue to the next room, the freezer.
As you attempt to open the door to the freezer, Ashley, the door seems to be locked.
The lock is frozen.
Yup.
Well,
Want to take a little time to open it up, Vinny?
hey, I might as well. Not doing
He's
a
the door
parasite
opener
times.
today.
I'm the door
The
opener. That's my
opener.
job. That's in my job description. You gotta work with contraptions, and open stuff.
It takes you maybe a couple. This one's a little bit harder to work with, mostly because it's kind of freezing inside. But after maybe 10 minutes, like 15 minutes of just kind of fiddling around trying to get the thing to mechanically open, you open it up. And as you open it, it is practically pretty empty inside, except for the corpse of a frozen Marine wearing a tinfoil hat. It is very cold inside of here.
From the party as well. Jesus, this guy's thing.
There's also a medical case that is in the next to the Marine. The Marine seems to be clutching a plastic vacuum tumbler, like some sort of container. He's just holding it very tightly.
Okay. Can we see who it is? The Marine?
This is Lance Corporal Resnick. And he's definitely dead. Probably frozen to death, wearing his tinfoil hat.
Resnick.
While you're kind of looking at him, you see that the container he's holding...
The
Yes?
zigzag squad is getting decimated.
It's over for the Zigzag Squad, for real. As you kind of take a look at him as well, and as you're examining his dog tags, and you notice that the container he's holding onto has the chemical symbol for hydrofluoric acid,
Okay.
which is HF, I believe. Very, very,
HF,
very
yeah.
acidic.
Hey.
And then there's
Alright.
also the medical case that you can take a look at.
Okay. Anything special about the medical case? Is it a standard medical case?
You open it up. It's kind of cold inside, so like when you open it up, it has this little hiss of frosty vapor that comes out.
Sure.
There seem to be inside frozen chemotherapeutic agents that are just kind of in this box, in this case.
All right. Chemotherapeutic.
Yeah.
Damn, in the future we're gonna beat cancer.
Well, in the future, they're more used for, like they're kind of for treating some like radiation damage, that kind of stuff.
Alright. But okay, I guess that's the base explore then.
It is.
Captain, what do you reckon? Like, should I try to bring any systems online, or are we? I mean, well, on one note, I figure at least there's. We saw a guy. I mean, that crab thing killed, I guess, even the lady in the lunchroom. But these other people seems to have died in, well, quite fantastic ways, I want to say.
Yeah. I mean, there's a few things like we saw the Doctor's Notebook crab song, right? And we heard it.
Yeah.
And
And
I
now
wonder
we
if
got these paper cuts as well,
yeah,
which aren't
I
good.
I wonder if there's anything because there's also the no comms. If there's anything to that particular sound, right? Like if they wanted to turn off the comms, that there's a
Hmm.
danger to particular sounds.
Well, that's a danger we've been exposed, which is bad, and I wish our friend, what's his name again, Steven, seemed educated, maybe might have had an idea, but I never heard of sound virus, and I know quite a lot of quite a lot of, lots of STDs around stations. That's what I'm saying. But true sound, that's new. That's new to me.
What else is there? Also, people have been clearly acting weird, right? Like people frozen and people starving to death beside food, kind of thing. So
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to get
Did you?
off
Did
this
you?
planet, but if there's anything that suggests we're heading towards that direction, I'm taking the I'm taking the Kaplan way out. Well, I don't want to, but maybe that's why he killed himself.
I want to suggest that these people are having some kind of dissociative disorder where they not only believe that there's some audible differences, but maybe perhaps they're imagining visual impairments, such as, for example, this person with the food, as you mentioned, possibly did not see the food. But also, the person who shot himself in the head, we could assume, but it'd be dangerous to assume, because in the situation, that person might have shot himself in the head because they appeared to believe there was an enemy inside of their head. Maybe they didn't even know they were shooting at their head at all. So taking the that route out might not be what you intend when you try to.
So they mostly went cuckoo crazy, like I said at the beginning. Yeah.
Yes, but I would like to recommend you to use the word mentally unwell phrase.
Makes sense. Yeah, yeah. However you prefer, Mrs. Trunchbull. Or Miss.
You do not know my marital status?
I already told you, don't. You said it doesn't matter. I'll go with Mrs. Okay? Yeah. Or Miss. Lady, it's up to you, really. I don't mean to offend.
I also have the tracker of the. It's an Android, right? It's a synthetic. Hinton.
Yep. It's an Hinton is the.
So it kind of would make sense that he has a tracker.
Yeah.
I whispered to Captain Anaglik. Miss Trunchbull have a tracker?
Would be useful. Also, we haven't been in a locked room of the medical bay.
I suppose that's the last remaining door we need to go through.
Yeah.
I suppose I can open more doors. I mean, that's all I've been doing all day, and aside from failing to shoot things.
I believe the ventilation shaft might lead into the lock room.
Funny you say that. In the freezer above you is a vent.
Does anyone want to go exploring in this vent?
No.
Alright, I will! I start grabbing
I barely
the vent.
fit in there. What are you doing?
I fit in there.
Probably. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna climb. I'm gonna attempt to climb up.
You climb up. You get in the vents. You hear the banging and shuffling around of Ashley in the vents. You see that
This is just a bishop scene in Aliens, but with Miss Trunchbull. I like it, but Flore did not watch Aliens.
Yeah. Wait, Aliens, multiple?
The second one, the second movie.
Yeah, the second movie's actually called Aliens.
What the fuck?
Yeah, it's
Two
one
of
of the it's like the fucking coolest sequel name idea.
That does actually
Well,
go
except for
hard.
Beetlejuice.
That is actually good as well.
That's good. That's good.
Like
That is
so-
that is really good.
I don't, have you seen Beetlejuice, Flo?
I haven't, but
So
I've heard of it.
like the iconic things like it'll appear if you say his name 3
Yeah.
times. Beetlejuice.
Yeah.
So
three
I hope they
things.
make a sequel just to call it Beetlejuice.
Yeah, that's it.
That would be actually really fun. Okay, so right, you go through the vent, and as you kind of crawl through the vent, you kind of schmoove over, and it seems to connect to the room that you haven't been to. Coincidentally, I am not joking.
Thought so.
Let's put a little blue guy. Boom, you're there.
Right, I'm using my internal perception systems to find out what's in this room.
You look in the room, and as an android, you know a bit of some tech. So looking around, you see the Litkovich MedPod 1080A, which is that medical pod that you've seen from the outside. It's in a broken status. Could be repaired if you want to. You see the Sato T3 bioprinter, also broken, also could be repaired, and if you had some power, you could also use it. There seems to be a large container, a lead container, has the same chemical symbol as the tumbler you just found, or the little container you just found. It also contains hydrofluoric acid, or at least that's what it says on top of the tin. You see these 4 large specimen containment tubes, and inside you notice kind of like floating in it rather small little crab-like creatures just kind of floating in these tubes. You are standing next to a upturned surgical bed, and near it you see what seems to be a meter-long black crab-like limb.
I'd like to investigate the liver. Or can I just witness it?
I mean, you could touch it.
I don't want to touch it. I am. I am gonna do some experiment. So can I open up the hydraulic acid?
Hydrofluoric acid.
Hydrofluoric acid. Okay. Can I open up the container?
Yeah. Yes, you can.
Any way I can administer this acid to anything without hurting my self?
Right. I'd say there is probably in this room that it would make definitely make sense that there are maybe like strewn across the floor, probably something that you could use to scoop up a little bit of the acid, like a little acid-proof scoop.
I'm going to scoop up some of the acid, and then I'm going to spill some of this acid on this arm that's on the bed.
It's next to the bed because the
bed.
bed has been like thrown around. And it's just kind of on the floor. You spill a little bit of the acid onto this limb. The moment you do that, it immediately thrashes violently across the room, just kind of like spasms as if like it had like you know how a body still has some energy left and can still like do these like death spasms. It is just like a limb. There's no like creature attached to it, but it just spasms a bit, scares you a little bit. Make a fear save.
Okay, okay. Holy shit.
That is a crit success. Double zeros. You do not even flinch.
Becoming David from Prometheus.
As it stops thrashing, you do notice that the hard carapace that's on the arm has been almost destroyed by the acid. Like the acid straight on burns through.
And the small creature, like, is a small crab, right?
Well, the limb on the floor is literally just a limb.
Yeah.
It is just like one of those crab. Basically, it's the same thing that rips your comrades in half, but it's just one of those limbs.
That's right. So there's like a creature floating around in like some small like file or something in the air. Didn't you say?
Yeah, there are. It says here 4 large specimen containment tubes. So I'm assuming like la sci-fi la tubes. You know.
Right. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to grab these containers one at a time. I'm going to try to see if I can drop them into the acid without hurting myself.
Okay, so you go and do that. Meanwhile, Vinny and Captain Haddock. Ashley's gone into the vents, and you don't really know where she went.
Yeah, I guess not.
What do you guys do? What do you guys do?
Should we see if she popped up somewhere else or something? Should we follow the sound? I don't know, Captain. You take the lead here.
Well, we only saw one other vent, so we should probably go where that vent was, which was near the
med bay. So you guys come over to. You guys come over to the med bay, and you stand on the other side of the glass. As you enter, you notice Ashley's doing experiments on what seems to be something lying on the floor. And as you kind of enter, this is when, like, the same moment that you put the acid onto the limb, you see the limb just kind of thrashes around quickly. Gives you you're far enough away that it doesn't like really jump you, but it does like shock you a little bit. You see Ashley just standing, unfazed by this sudden thing.
I just look and point and mouth a silent "Hey!" Like, "Hey!"
Can I hear them?
Yeah, probably.
Can I see them? Because I know they can see me. Okay.
Frenchman, what you doing in there?
I have discovered the limb of one of those creatures that attacked us.
That's bad.
Limb reacted to hydrofluoric acid, showing that there's some sort of like life after the attachment of limb. It appears that the acid is quite effective against their armor.
That's good.
And there's also large containers containing small specimens that look like the crabs. I believe the name of the entities are called... Well, help me.
Carcanids.
Carcanids. These appear to be carcanids. I am disposing them because I have determined that these might be a future threat.
You'll have no... I don't know about the captain. You'll have an objection from me. I mean, these things still seem alive after death. I mean, after being put in a jar. Yeah, sure. Should open the door, maybe.
Can I open the door from this side?
No. On this side, there's also a keycard swiper.
No, if you don't
also
want to
does not seem to be
a
functional.
keycard side. Oh, not functional. Okay, it's from power. Okay.
Maybe if you don't want to go all the way back from the vents, I could try actually getting this open. Anyway. However you prefer, that's fine.
I believe. I want to at least attempt to put one of the containers into the acid. Possible.
Sure. You would that be possible? It would be a bit of a risk because there's this basically the hydrofluoric acid is kept in this bit of a larger lead container. It could
Right.
like technically the container could fit one of those containment tubes. However, like because of it's liquid in there. If you put a thing into a thing, it's gonna split out, and that might not be good. Could always break the glass and throw them in. I don't know if you want to do that though.
I mean, we could burn them.
Oh yeah, actually, I wanted to show you. I totally forgot to show you this, like at the start of our session, or not really the start. I'll send it in the chat right now. The visual of when the thing appeared from the neck. There's a thing in the book. I totally forgot to share this with you guys. I posted it in the thing.
God damn. That's.
Oh yeah, that's what you described. Yeah. Oh god. Oof.
That's a lot.
Bruce.
I'm going
I was
to.
like, oh shit, I forgot to send this. Yep.
I'm gonna put the container back to where it was and be aware that the specimens are still here and might pose a future threat. I'm going to head through the fence again. Please wait for me. I'm gonna go through the fence and then walk towards 8.
All right. So you walk around, do the thing. You are reunited with your comrades.
There seems to be no sign of the android.
Oh. I mean, the locator matches with that.
So, practically, you've basically explored everything. The only thing you guys haven't explored specifically is the airlock, but also the actual vehicle that was in the garage. It is fucked up now, but there might be something inside or whatever.
Oh yeah. I guess we haven't really looked in the.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, it wasn't super safe to get there after the explosion because, but it might be sort of fine to explore now. But that's the only thing you haven't explored yet.
Well, we
besides
were
the
going to need a
airlock.
vehicle to get to Hinton if that's what we're doing next. So, right?
Yeah, I mean, if you want just like the general thing, what you could do right now, or what is kind of like the way forward.
There's also
you guys
still a station, right? Somewhere. Sorry.
Yeah, so there's basically you have the signal of where Hinton is, so you could definitely go that direction, and there's also the actual terraforming base, the Heron station, which is closer, where you could also go. And I guess you could also stay here and spend a couple hours trying to like. It might take a long ass time to get stuff working. The only thing you really need is actual power to get stuff running. Problem is that's been exploded.
Yeah, like I'm not sure if that makes sense because there's like nothing here that would actually help us like get off the planet ourselves maybe or like I guess there
Definitely
would
true.
be communication somewhere maybe.
Yeah, I mean, what you've seen is in the command center, like where Kaplan was found.
Yeah.
That does have like the communications thing, and there is definitely a chance that if you did like restore it into a correct, like if you repaired the place and gave it power, you could definitely try to use it at least to communicate or try to. But then again, that requires power.
Yeah, and
You do
also
not
I'm not sure
have power.
who we would communicate with. Like,
I guess the dropship.
is it okay? It's supposed to be still around, I guess.
Yeah, it's gone back into orbit to like, because the storm has been getting worse and worse,
Yeah.
which isn't making it safe for it to stay landed. But like the idea is, and maybe the kind of that's also kind of fucked from capital C company, is no communications are coming out or in to the planet for some reason, but you're somehow still, you still need to come back and say, hey, we need to get picked up. That's kind of fucked.
Right.
But then again, part of your job is to reestablish communications. So,
I
yeah.
My issue here is that, like, I don't know, we've been getting these weird paper cuts while staying in this particular base. We can't really tell if it's from this base or just from the planet or whatever, right? Or from the crowd noise or any other weird cause.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd rather try to find someone alive or a robot at least, right, to talk to.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Then, yeah, I get what you mean. The probably, I mean, you know where Hinton is specifically, but that also doesn't really give you a like guarantee that it's alive, and he is kind of in the
yes,
middle of nowhere.
yeah,
There is Heron Station, which just is closer, and it is also probably, if there is any life around here, it would probably be there, since
hmm
Greta Base. I mean, you probably you would have known this from the briefing, but Greta Base was first set up, and then it expanded into like Heron Station. Like this was just the first base, and then the Heron Station was established. So like the main station of it would be Heron,
yeah,
and this is just like the forward operating base really.
sure,
So if you're looking for actual people, probably Heron Station would be your best bet given it's closer.
yes.
But it's up to you, because you could also just go see if you can fix up the APC and just go straight to wherever the fuck Hinton is, middle of nowhere, middle of the jungle, the foothil of a mountain. What the fuck he's doing there?
I think it makes sense to first do the things close by. Yeah.
But it's totally up to you. There isn't like a specific order you need to do things or whatever. It's up to you.
Hmm. Well, we need a vehicle either way, so we should go inspect the vehicle. That makes life easier.
It's true. So
Yeah.
you guys okay with going to the APC in the garage that has been blown up?
Yeah. What else can we
Mm-hmm.
do? Might as well go, yeah.
All right. You check in the garage, and it's still a total mess in here because of the explosion, of course. You see the APC seems to be still intact. Is damaged because of the explosion, but I mean, it is also a military vehicle, so I guess it would be kind of, sort of resistant to it a little bit.
Hmm.
And it wasn't directly next to the explosion. It had a little bit of distance. So just looking from the outside, Vinny, you do know that. Give it maybe like let's say an hour or so, and you could scrap up a couple of parts, fix what needs to be fixed, get it done, get it fixed. Then it might be possible to use it. Um, Looking at the actual vehicle, though,
Yeah.
inside you find another corpse,
Oh.
or well, what would be a corpse. You see practically just the lower body of a person, as the upper body has been completely blown to bits. And looking at this, I want you all to make a fear save.
Ah, boy.
With disadvantage. Come on.
Critical success, critical fail.
I got
Ooh,
a-
critical fail, Vincenzo.
Make a panic check.
Make a
There's too
panic
many
check,
bodies.
Vincenzo. You can, once per session, make a panic check with advantage.
I'll
Hey,
make it with
Did my,
advantage.
did my roll come through? 'Cause I didn't see it.
It did. You had a
Yes,
critical
you rolled a
success.
44.
I need to refresh 'cause it didn't come up.
Vincenzo rolled a natural
Alright.
20 on his
Right.
panic check, so he's
Right.
fine. He's chill. He's chill. He's chill. And let's see, Haddock also rolled a success. Nice, good job. All right. This body, well, for what you can see, you see is blown to bits. At least the upper body is. And you realize, just kind of looking at it, compared to the other bodies here, this one seems to be quite recent.
Oh.
You also see that the body that you can find, probably the legs and shit, also covered in paper cuts, of course. Otherwise, the inside of the APC seems to be kind of torn around and should probably be repaired, but might take another hour or so. So, like, maybe a total of 2 hours of working on this thing, and it might be in a sort of workable state. So, with that information, I think the only thing, if you want to completely visit the base, is the airlock. But otherwise, I've practically looked at everything in here.
While
You want to just
while he
quickly look at the airlock?
While he's repairing, I'm gonna go to the airlock.
All right.
Okay.
So, Vinny, do you want to?
I'll start. Yep.
Make a actually make a make an intellect.
Mechanical repair. Okay. Intellect.
Yeah, and you can add your
Industrial
whatever you think is.
or mechanical repair. Mechanical repair, I guess.
Yeah, mechanical repair is fine. Ooh. So this check wasn't specifically if you could do it. This was mere just like, repairs, they take some time, they take some knowledge, and they take some tools. And this was more just to see if you lack some stuff.
Well, I guess I can try, but I'm not that sure about how this is gonna turn out. I guess I'll start working if you guys got anything else to do.
You think you can repair it? It might take a little longer, and it might not last super long. It does seem to be a little bit in bad shape.
It isn't gonna take us that far, but it's still better than going on foot, right?
That is true. So you get started on that repair?
All right. Yeah.
Haddock, are you staying with Vinny, or are you going with Ashley?
I'm staying with Faith. I mean, he's
okay.
So needs someone to keep an eye on.
True. Then Ashley, you go to the airlock.
Yeah.
You go from the inside, and you enter the airlock itself, which seems to have some muddy floors and a couple of storage lockers lining the walls. A couple of these lockers seems to have like deep indentations in their doors. One of them even has like a giant claw mark across it. But there do seem to be items inside of these lockers.
Analyzing items.
You see a hazard suit, 2 pulse rifle magazines, and a rosary.
A rosary. Okay, I'm gonna take the ammos and the rosary.
All right. Speaking of ammo, I should probably double check. Because Tinker, I think I put 3 in your thing, right?
Yeah.
As like a separate ammo. I think that was also 3. Yeah, it's 3 mags. So I
Okay, so
assume it's supposed to
15 as
be
well.
instead of 3, it would be 15 total. So let me give you 15. There you go. That makes a little bit more sense.
And it's 2 mags for the revolver.
Yes.
Okay, so that's
Well, I mean, Ashley just got 2 more mags for the pulse rifle. But yeah, she'll bring that, I guess. There isn't anything else in the airlock. This is all that's inside. So I assume you return to the rest.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah.
Ashley.
I'm gonna assume like every like bullet is like actually, like 6 bullets or something.
Yeah, for the SMG, it would make sense that it's not like 1 bullet per
Yeah.
thing. It like the ammo is a little bit more abstracted of like
Of course, yeah.
you have a couple shots ish. So yeah.
I'm gonna return and say, Captain,
yes.
I've discovered ammo for the pulse rifle weapon. This was not found in the armory. And no, it was not found in a hidden gunnery. It was found in the airlock. There seemed to be some items stored in the cupboards. There was also an attack in the airlock. Not at present time, but in some time in the past. Seems like every single room on this base has been some sort of obscene and horrifying incident.
My favorite.
All right. So you can add I guess 10 more ammo to your pulse rifle. So I assume you all are just going to like hang around and basically wait until Vinny repairs the APC. So in total, it takes it takes a couple hours total, maybe like 3.5 or something. But eventually you eventually get it in such a state that when you turn it on, you rev up the engine. It makes a couple of weird noises, but it's like it's running. The navigation pops up on the APC, and you see that preloaded in is a route to the terraforming station.
Well.
So we will
Look at that.
Miss the other base, right?
Yes, the Heron
Heron
the Heron
base.
station.
Heron station.
Oh yeah, shit. Could we move any of those acid like things into this car?
Oh yeah, you could have spent the time to bring
I
those
want
2
to
in
do
the APC. That could definitely.
Yeah, I think we
So
need help.
you'll have some small little vial of it. Actually, while you do that, you go back into the freezer, right?
Yeah.
Where that Marine was holding it, and it was holding it tight. As you take it out of his hands, his fingers snap off.
Oh, because it's frozen. Ah, gross.
Make a fear save, Ashley. Get feared.
I'm just looking intently.
Oh,
that's a rare failure.
oh, something it shakes you up.
Yeah, my data records did not expect anything like that to happen. It's surprised by me.
But yeah, you have two containers of some of the acid. we'll see how much that really is. But the APC also has communications on it if you want to operate that.
Well, I'm gonna make an attempt.
You're gonna make an attempt?
Or Trunchbull can. I don't know.
I'm not there right now.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah.
Well,
yeah,
I mean, let's assume that you did the gathering of the liquids while the repair was happening, and then you're all at the APC, things working. You see the navigation to the terraforming station, and
I'm gonna try
the
to switch
APC.
on communications. I'm gonna see if there's anything working, and if it,
Um,
I'm gonna try to make
okay.
a call over the radio. Like,
you switch on communication, and the instant you do that, you hear the
switch off,
painful
switch off, switch off, switch
screech.
off.
You switch it off.
Right away. Moment I hear that. Ah!
You hear the same
God's
screech
sake.
you heard from the creature over the radio the moment you turn it on.
I've got like a ASPL thing, right? Okay. Linguistics, the study of languages alive, dead, and undiscovered. Can I understand what, like, if they're trying to communicate with me? Or us? Or some, like, messages or something?
Let me think. I would say make an intellect check with disadvantage if you want to,
Okay.
because failure does have a okay. You don't.
Oh.
No. What I can tell you, at least, just collating from what you've seen in the base and what you read and stuff. You do know about like what Dr. Edom has written in their log about this shriek these Karkanids use to replicate this crab song. That's the only link you can really bring, but not really like what it's trying to say or whatnot.
The crab song, I say out loud.
If that's what you want to call it.
So you now have technically the APC in working order, at least for how long it will last.
I mean, it won't take you anywhere for long, it won't take you anywhere comfortably, but it might take you there. And if it don't, I'm there for, trying. So we could leave. But I'm waiting to hear what you think, Captain Trunchbull.
Well, I don't think there's anything else for us here. So we should.
There's nothing more for us here. We must discover this crab song immediately.
I'd rather not. I'd rather just discover that synthetic person and just leave. Dr. Eden or whatever. But Hinton him.
I check my head like really fast, something that'd be uncomfortable for a human to do. Towards Finny, I'm saying. Perhaps we'll find answers to crab song where we're heading.
Hey, whatever you say. I still hope not. What I am sure I don't want to see is I don't want to see that crab or Carson canker thing that is so that adding to the woods. I hope we don't meet it along the path.
All right. So
But
I
hey,
assume...
if you're so fond of your hydrofluoric acid or whatever, sure, keep it handy.
So, in what direction do you want to go? Do you want to go to in the direction of Hinton, or the terraforming station?
I'm not making that call.
Because there's in any way, like the distance, at least the time that it would take. You know that from here to Heron Station might take around 20 minutes in the APC. And from here to wherever Hinton might be, it could take like maybe 45 to an hour in the APC.
Okay, so none of it is that long, I guess.
Yeah, no, the APC makes it a lot easier to get there.
Can I have like 5 minutes?
Oh,
5 minutes?
I think we could go soon, probably.
Yeah, I think I just wanted to have like a general idea of like which way are you guys going, and then we'll
5
probably
minutes,
end it there.
like... Okay,
1 minute, 1 minute, 1 minute. Hold on. I'll be right back.
Okay. 1 minute, and then we play for like 30 seconds.
Yeah.
And then we'll see what will happen.
Yeah, I think Ashley's gonna vote for Hilton.
Hilton.
Yeah.
Hinton.
Hinton.
Hinton. It's
His hint system. We're getting our hints.
I am back. So,
Welcome back.
if we're close to done, yeah.
I'm going to suggest the pathway to Hinton.
If I can make an educated assessment there, Trunchbull, I'm not that certain that. I mean, I repaired it, but the closest option might be the best option, if you know what I'm saying. Right?
That seems logical to stay in this vehicle. Perhaps we might find a vehicle at the terraforming station.
Yeah, that's my thinking. But at the same time, I understand if we want to go to the mission critical objective as well. I mean, hey, I can't make that call. You can.
Power might be available at the terraforming station.
And that. Or we just might get another bunch of bodies and people shooting themselves in the head or freezing to death. I don't know.
In terms of like the direction of where like how things are kind of relatively,
Yep.
I'm just kind of reading like how it's explained here in the adventure, but it's not like one of them is like completely the other direction as the other. Like they aren't like you have to go left or right here. It's more like Heron Station is like if you want to, you can definitely pass by Heron Station and then go on to
the way.
Like where Hinton is, and it might yeah, sure, the total time might take a little longer, but it's not like it's 20 minutes that way or 45 minutes the other way. It's more like either you go one of the two ways like directly, or you might go to Heron first, and then it might take like an extra.
That's definitely that solves her options.
Yeah, I realized that like wait, this isn't like super different ways. It's more they're kind of in the same direction, but you can go to one or the other first if you want to.
I mean, that was in the briefing, but do we know how long a day lasts on this planet? Since
right.
We're gonna go with a comfortable similar.
I wouldn't know. I wouldn't. It is dark. And I don't know how long a day lasts, but it's just kind of dark. It's just kind of dark. It's just kind of dark outside. Yeah, and it's also storming, and it's just kind of bad to see.
Holy fuck. Okay.
I don't know how long. It doesn't. The book doesn't say. I don't know, but
doesn't matter if it doesn't say. It doesn't matter if it's dark. It's dark. Well, I guess towards Heron Station then. I mean,
it is relatively on the way. Also there. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Heron Station. It is then.
Ready when you are.
All right. When you just start like driving the APC out. It huffs and puffs now and then, but you decide to go into the direction of the actual terraforming station, which, by the way, is also a mission critical objective next to Hinton. Like, you want to put that back on. So, hey.
Well,
And I guess we'll leave it there, and the next session we'll see what happens on the way there, and what is there? What's going on?
Mission Critical feels more like it's still it moved to Dr. Adam and Hinton, but yeah.
Yeah, true. But
Alright.
that is going to be the session.
Rest in peace, Willis and Steven.
Power.
Rest in peace, Willis and
Taken-
Stevens. So
Taken too
sad.
soon, 5 minutes into the start of the game.
Taken too soon. I do want to mention one thing, just because I thought it was really funny if this would happen, but it didn't. So I'm just gonna tell you guys what would have happened. The thing is, there's the power, right? The backup power.
Yeah.
You can turn that on. It gives you power to the base.
Okay.
There's a thing here, and the moment you turn on power, well, so let's say you take the backup generator, you restart it, brings the electricity back to the base, and just throughout the base, you just suddenly hear.
Oh no,
Such
we
as-
should have done that.
Radio Greta
California
base.
Girl.
Is that part of the actual fucking Foundry thing? Or did you make that?
It's a party.
I made this.
Oh my god.
It's a party going.
Like it says here that if you turn a thing online, suddenly loud party music plays from
I'm
the
so
from
sorry.
the like.
Right, I get you.
So I was like,
so
what should I
sorry.
play? So I just made this, and I was like, yeah, I'll play this.
Very good.
It does have a fear save at advantage, which is funny. It's like, oh
You know
shit.
what? You know what that means? You know what that means? That California Girls is staying relevant for centuries.
It's true.
Horrifying.
Well, you
I
know,
wanna roll
these
fear save.
people. Okay, go ahead.
No,
you can
no,
roll
no,
a fear
no,
save.
no.
You can even roll a panic check if you want to. It does say so in the book. You can roll a panic check whenever you feel like it.
Whenever I feel like it. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah,
actually
yeah.
being
Whenever
something.
you, the player, want.
Oh god.
But yeah, that is the first session.
That's good.
Hold on.
That
Did you
was
put
cool.
did you put the filter on the California Girls, like the audio filter yourself? Did you do it in Audacity?
So I took California Girls, but it's low quality from YouTube, which is just like a low quality version of California Girls. I then threw it into Audacity. I trimmed it. I gave it some reverb. I gave it some delay. Put it through a high pass filter, so it sounded like it was coming from radio. I put a lot of time. Well, it's not a lot of time. It took like 5 minutes, but I put a lot of it on it just to get like the effect of it just being out in the radio and far away. You just start hearing it blast it through the place. They were just having a party, just nonstop listening to California Girls when they got, I don't know, the birthday. It was a birthday party.
I think we know what caused the mutation of the animal.
It became a California girl.
It's like xenobiology as one catastrophic reaction. Katy Perry.
Yeah, that exactly. But yeah, that was first session.
That's really good. Thank you.
Yes.
Well,
Yes.
maybe we'll